Press and record.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Sunkissed, the Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition TTRPG. We are on episode number 30. Is it 30? It is 30.
12, I think.
Yes.
Day 3.
Day 3.
Day 3.
And yes, let's have a little go around and say hi to everyone. We are missing Vandy today, unfortunately, but that's fine because she's just gonna go visit her sister.
Why
Tess
is there a weird
go.
fantasy picture in Vandy's thing?
That's what one of my two concept arts of Vandy's character, Tess.
Okay.
So you've got the refined, kind of high class vampire, and then you've got the street racer in like sweats and stuff.
I like it.
I have concept art. I have concepts for all of your characters just to help me visualize them and stuff. On the SoundCloud for Sunkissed, the image is one of the concepts for Cass, which is the guy in the top hat in the swamp in the armchair, which I really like that picture.
Oh yeah. I didn't realize that was Cass until just now, but it makes sense.
Yeah, it's not specifically how they look or everything about it's not like them as a character. It's just concept stuff, which is like an aspect of them or whatever. And I could see Cassius as a southern gentleman vampire who's just like,
Well, howdy.
exactly, that's exactly how I hear
what
it.
you were thinking, yeah? Modeled after Daniel Craig in Knives Out.
I was thinking more of a southern drawl, but... so yes, let's go around and talk to everyone, and seeing as Tash is eating, let's start with her. Hey, Tash.
This is my last episode because Sheepy is a bad person.
No.
So we all know. He's trying to kick me off the show by just being horrible.
That's true.
She'll be back.
Except that that's a lie because I enjoy Sunkissed, even though I have to talk to Sheepy at the same time. I'm Tash and I do variety gaming. I guess we've been doing Jigsaws and Horizon Zero Dawn, and I played some Nautica yesterday because it's a good game. You should play it. And right now I'm trying to eat my chicken fajita pizza, and I'm gonna be playing Tess today. I'm not.
Wait, you're not in the test window, are you? No, you're not. Okay, cool. Had me worried for a second. Let's move on to Tessa and also Nahari. I like making things difficult for myself.
I also stream. I was supposed to be streaming before this, but I was working on stuffs and fell a little bit behind today. But yeah, I stream a lot of Borderlands, some Souls games, a lot of cats, more cats. Yeah, a lot of cats. That's basically it. Oh, lizards also. That's what's behind me. Lizards and cats.
Sorry, my fan isn't pointed at me. Additionally, there's also Josh, who is in a wood right now. Hey, Josh, how are you in a wood?
What? Am I still in the woods?
Also, someone's staring at you.
Yep.
Oh, I am still. Yeah. Hi. I'm Josh. I stream on Gaming FTL. And I've been doing a lot of vampire stuff recently.
Like
Sunkissed, which is great. But also on Saturday, I started a new campaign over on Table Story called Leech, but it's not spelled that way.
It's also amazing.
Thank you.
It's spelled SUN space KISS.
I'm just going to trust you because I can't spell. No.
Well, I had to stop myself there because I was about to go ING.
Okay. It's got a much darker tone than Sunkissed.
It does.
But everyone's different, and that's okay. So yeah, if you want dark vampires, go watch Leech. With some fucked up table story vampires.
And also,
Stitch of Fate, the podcast I do.
Hell yeah.
I'm really bad at this. Why are you making me
really
do
bad at
this?
Because you're really bad at it.
Stitch of Fate is an entirely other flavor of vampires, which is New York gangsters. And I play a tiny little dumbass thin blood called Sean.
And who does Sean look like?
Ah, that guy from Peaky Blinders.
Yeah. And also from a whole load of other things, which you
No, that's a different guy.
Yeah,
You're thinking someone else.
Different people. That's true. And finally, but not. I can't remember how that phrase goes.
hastily.
Last but not least.
There we go. Yeah, I was trying to find an F word that was least. Or lastly. Yeah, anyway, hi, Hydra.
Hi. I'm last but not least.
How's Necromunda? Did they fix it yet?
They've patched it, but they've not patched multiplayer. So corrupted saves are fixed-ish. But I never had that problem, so I don't care.
Yeah.
I want multiplayer to work, and that's not patched yet. So, wow. But in the meantime, I've had a cunning plan, and I have some roleplay stuff coming out. I don't know if I can really say that, because what I'm doing is allowing some of my patrons to GM for me while I'm too busy to... Yeah, that's right, Josh. While I feel like I'm too busy to actually run a campaign myself. So we have a bunch of one-shots coming out on Roll Corruption that will just be basically us just... Most people will be high or drunk and just having silly Warhammer fun. So bad accents and offensive language, plenty. And it will be a few weeks of amusement. So yes, that's something to look forward to.
Fair enough. I was gonna go into me, but I'm always here, so you know. Hey, if you want to find me on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/DaddySheepDo. It's quite hard to find. You may not know it.
Should tell them about Sunkissed.
Yeah. Have you guys heard of Sunkissed? It's a Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition TTRPG. So, last week we met Nahari officially and properly in the show. It doesn't feel like last week was your first show. I have to say that. I think it's because of the snack shots before. You know, we had we had Davine, and then we had Nahari intro and everything. Well, and also one thing I noticed was like it was a much smoother it wasn't quite such a cold open as it can be when you're playing a new character, because we already did like Nahari in a snack shot.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
And like Nahari's feelings were the same as mine. Like, please like me. Basically. And you guys were awesome when you did, so it was good. It was good.
Who knows whether they like Nahari? Although it did seem like she brought enough to the table to be like, you know, not immediately ostracized. So,
Chrys is still iffy, I think. I'm gonna work on her.
She's a sensible one.
yeah.
For once in her life, like, what is going on?
So yes, last week we met Nahari, and she told everyone that she had been basically marked for death and hunted by the Blessed, who have also marked for death and will probably be hunting the Coterie, Memorie, because they don't like them. And also Nahari was a double agent, was actually secretly part of Banu Hakim, the Hashen, who unfortunately, when we went to go and check how they were doing, because they hadn't been heard of from Nahari's contact, and there was worry, it turns out that they've been raided and they aren't there. One of them is dead, Assad, and the weird mummy thing with a sword in its chest is not there anymore. And then that's pretty much where we finished. I did maybe lead off with some worrying, foreshadowing stuff. But that's fine. I talked to the players afterwards, and they were like, "Oh, that's what that was." Okay, we didn't know. Just another one of Sheepy's little nuclear bombs he has hidden around the city.
Potentially world-ending apocalyptic horrors of doom.
However, what we're going to do here, I feel, is seeing as we were pretty much done with that scene in the Hashen's basement. You have cleared out of there, left it all untouched. Close the door after you, so no random human walking in for an abandoned takeaway will go, "Oh, a door," walk downstairs, and then Masquerade is like, "Uh-oh." That confluence of events doesn't seem likely, but all you need to do is close the door, so you close the door. And we all... Would you all be happy with taking Nahari back to the salon? I know we've had talks before about how many people know where it is, but she does need somewhere to stay.
Nah, sorry. Sleep outside.
Damn it.
Fine.
I'll just use my shadow as a blanket.
Unfortunately, I think
Sorry,
they get dispersed by light.
Yeah.
I mean, we have the warehouse, but I don't think much was set up there, right?
Not really. They're like, it's being worked on more than.
And we've got plenty of space at the...
Yeah, I think Chrys would have put up a little bit of grump about it, but Tess really wanted a weed and pizza friend,
Yeah,
so
that's true. And
so she gets her way a lot.
like the salon originally was kind of the closest VTM has ever gotten to Hogwarts for like baby vampires. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a letter under your pillow. You're a vampire.
you're a vampire.
Where's Winnie?
Harry.
Let's all just turn up at his place, right? Didn't think about that.
So good.
Yeah, so that's how I think it would have gone for Chrys.
Okay.
Marlowe won't object. She'd had opportunity to kill him,
Yes.
even if maybe she was just sent to find out where we live. The thought will have crossed his mind, but
Yeah.
sod it. Everyone else knows where we like. People keep being invited in, so it's just why not.
Yeah.
There's been like Max recently, and Eli and Leah. Like, there's been quite a few visitors, so
Celine and Caber.
it's like, well, what's one more?
Cass's family and
Yeah, Cass's family as well.
That's understandable. Like Celine,
That's understandable.
Celine and Caber and Winnie's family. Understandable, I feel.
Mm.
Oh, also, the salon was never like a headquarters. It was always like just where.
yeah, we've just turned it into it and not done anything properly.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is the last slice, everybody, that I'm commenting.
Yeah.
So yeah, you head back to the salon, down into the basement, and there is the standard living area, and then multiple bedrooms off to the side, and then like a small little kitchen. It's almost like a student kitchen area, honestly. And with Tess, who instantly has wandered off. She's like, okay, I'm gonna go and visit my sister. Laters.
Great. Perfect.
Great.
Wow. Okay. Great.
Cool.
So as everyone comes in, a very large dog comes bounding up from downstairs and is gonna start like sniffing all around you, Nahari.
I'm like, oh, doggy. And I like kneel down and start scratching him behind the ears. I haven't gotten a chance to hang out with one of these in forever. I'm just
Oh.
like petting him.
It's like very like the very shaggy like wiry hair. He hasn't been clipped for a while, and also like as he's running up, you have the click like heavy clicker clack of like nails and stuff. So you may need like weirdly you're in a dog salon, but you just haven't got round to see to that stuff. So
Hmm.
So what
do
is
that.
this place? Is it like a doggy daycare or something?
It used to be a hair salon for dogs and other pets where they had their hair trimmed and stuff like that.
Now
we've
it's
not
like a
been able to
Kindred
keep it
hotel.
running.
You rock up here, there's another Kindred here every day. But
Yeah, it's pretty true.
I mean, I've only been around a little bit, but I've seen a few new faces.
Yeah, we've been meaning to do something about that.
Yeah. Lock on the door. Have we got one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, but they just
Oh.
break it.
That'll keep us safe, don't worry. What's the odds of the blessed, just breaking in here at night? Am I the only one that's going to be,
Oh yeah, I'm
sleeping with the light
concerned.
on?
But I mean, if they can find the Banu Hakim, then the
Well,
Hashem,
yeah.
then I'm pretty sure they can find this because everybody apparently knows where it is.
I would be surprised if they would try something like super soon just because they've lost their best tracker. And it looks like maybe they just attacked the Hashem. I don't know about that for sure. But they did just lose their best tracker. I'm sure they can hire another one, but I don't know how quickly. So we probably at least have a little bit of time. I hope.
Hmm.
Chrys,
Marlowe.
Cass,
Mhm.
remember that conversation earlier in the woods about how totally awesome Vassia was? I'm just saying,
recall.
if we're going to have a guardian angel, like now's not a bad time while we're on the,
We don't even know that they're coming after us right now.
yeah, right now.
Right this moment.
Nahari, didn't you say we were on their naughty list?
Yes, definitely. They're very displeased. But
We're on a
they-
few people's naughty list. Like, Goblin apparently is pissed off at us, and obviously he was working with Emma, whatever. But why don't we do some figuring out like what the plan is, what their plan is, what their time scale is, before you start asking Vassia for favors? His favors are not cheap, even.
It's not a favour, really. It's just try and keep his daughter alive.
But he might
think
let
we-
you all die. You don't know.
Yeah, fair enough. Cass, any bright ideas?
Not in this moment. I think we need to learn a little bit more about the puzzle box. And we need to move on it within the next couple of nights. Just so we don't
You
end up on the
say
opposite end.
move on it. What does that mean exactly?
It could mean all sorts of things. An assault. I don't think that's the best idea, but it could work. Draw them out. I think what we really need to know, Nahari, and we've got a friend who might be able to help with this as well. What do they want?
I mean, I think ultimately they want to take over the city. They want to expand their drug and blackmail and murder business. They're pretty much all about that. So if you stand in their way, if you have upset them in any way, and I think all of us here have, some more than others, but all of us have, they're going to try to take care of us. I mean, in my case, I was directly working against them, and so they tried to kill me. I was very
Okay.
lucky to be able to get away in the first place.
Hmm.
That doesn't sound like something we can lure them with. Where are their drug trades coming out of? If we hit them where it hurts. No, it might just be the
Won't they
puzzle
just
box.
hit us even harder?
Not if they're distracted.
Then you've got to hit them again, surely.
We have to keep it up. Yeah.
All right.
How does that sound?
Well, everything is coming out of the puzzle box. They just have multiple people like me that go out to Sunnytown and kind of deal in random places. I don't know if they're intending to spread those people out more or hire more or turn more. I don't know what the plan is.
Do you think you
I-
can find those people?
Not by myself, but maybe. I had online access to their sort of communications. I don't have that access anymore, but maybe if I was close, like if I was in the neighborhood, I could somehow get back in digitally if I am not stressed.
Winnie wagon. Inconspicuous.
Yeah.
Well, we have been
Um,
there before, and we know. You know,
Did we Bago it up there or walk? I can't remember.
We
You
went-
you took the Winnebago up
went part of the way there, didn't we? I think we
Yeah.
stopped.
when
Right.
you were looking for Saturday, yeah.
I don't know. This is all a bit gun ho. What about your I never asked Nahari, are your family a bit dead? Or are they still alive or
So partly, my two siblings, they're twins actually. They returned before I was. They're a little bit older. They went to university in Cairo before I did and returned there. Our very human parents are still in the Americas, in Florida, actually. Having no idea about any of this. We just all got very busy after college and phone them occasionally, pretty much. They're
That's good.
retired, they're much older, so they don't really pay too much attention, thankfully.
for the best?
Yeah. So my two siblings, I don't even know how I can get in touch with them now because they're not at the base and the contact has gone to ground, and I would assume they'll try to get in touch with me somehow. Would I have like emails set up for something like that, Sheepy?
No, it would be a messenger, or they just find you, or like worst comes to worst, back to like send something back to Cairo. But you know, Cairo was also actually more than here. Cairo is a lot more dangerous, because like both the Banu Hakim, both the Hashen and the Blessed, kind of have some quite deep tendrils there.
Yeah.
Were there any other like houses or family you got in the area anywhere they might be?
Not that I know about. I was turned in Cairo by the Blessed. I was planted there and then moved here. It's kind of what they do with newbies, just take them away from their human life. Less entanglements, less things to explain, and set them up in some other city, working with a cell, which is what I was doing here. So I don't know how to I don't know how to reach them.
Is it worth taking this to the NOS?
Do
I
you have
wouldn't
a
know what to
favor?
ask, but
I mean-
yeah, it's a. If we know exactly what to ask them, and we don't let me ask the question.
Well, I mean, that's an option. We want to know if they're all right, or maybe they can tell us something of use. I don't know.
I mean, they could tell us
Well-
about the blessed, maybe, right? I don't know. Or the
They could help
Hashan.
us with
Depends
them.
what we want
Are
to
they
prioritize.
like stealthy assassin sneakies like you as well, Nahari?
Yes. Well, they, as far as I know, they don't have any La Sombra powers. I got those by diablerizing a La Sombra.
Very forward.
Yeah.
Incidentally, this is the first you have heard about La Sombra powers or the upgrade.
Me or them?
Cass,
Like,
what's all that mean?
Glass houses and all that. La Sombra, they are a particularly rare clan these nights, especially in Weirgate. I think there's probably only one. And well, diablerie is when you eat another vampire.
Oh, right. Like,
Shut up, Marlowe.
Have any of you ever done this? Because I'm still very confused about how these powers work. They don't really listen to me properly all the time, and I would
Not
love
gonna be.
some.
I don't know how they work. And honestly, I've not read anything or asked anyone anything about them. So until you can find someone that shares them, you're gonna have trouble, I'm afraid.
was this the shadowy stuff?
Yeah, so I can control it to a point. It's just when I get stressed that things go kind of haywire, especially any tech that's in the area. I'm so sorry. I totally fried your phone, Marlowe. I'll replace it once I
It's
can
fine,
get access
it's for
to
the
my
best.
funds.
This is the most secure our coteries ever been. One less phone. I have a suggestion, Cass.
Hmm.
I watched Mac have a vision of Saturday with similar shadowy things around him.
He
Maybe they
also
should
spent-
talk.
Saturday was the one you took him from the blessed, right?
Yeah.
You probably knew him as the
liberated
Baron, right?
him.
He never seemed like he didn't want to be there. Granted, I wasn't in close contact with him very much.
Well,
Well, maybe he thought we were all dead, and didn't know where we were.
Shall we give him a bell? Or we
Yep.
got other stuff? Is that? I mean,
I
he might.
think that's a good idea. They were both at the Blessed, and if Nahari here is here to kill Saturday from the Blessed or some other nefarious purpose, I guess we'll find out when we have to stop her.
Hmm.
Great. Great. We'll have to stop her, Cass. Great.
I don't think. Oh, okay, so two things. I just told you probably one of the scariest things I've ever told anyone. Trying to be honest as much as possible, and also I'm pretty sure they want him back. I don't think they want him dead because he was useful, right?
Okay. Well, when you tried to steal him, then my apologies. No, I'm hopefully joking. Do we know how to contact Saturday? I can't remember whether we got his phone or something.
You basically helped put him up in a flat, which is in Flintbridge.
Okay.
But you don't have like a phone or anything. As far as you know, you don't think he has a phone. He stayed with you at the in the woods for a little bit, and then he just was kind of like, I need time, and then.
All right, let's go ask then.
Oh, you'll have to do it tomorrow. It's almost it's getting close to daybreak.
Well, in that case, Nahari, this place is kitted out to be kind of a halfway house for young Kindred. So, take your pick of these 3 empty rooms.
Thank you.
They're relatively secure.
Am I still petting the dog? Can I still be
Probably,
petting
yeah.
the dog?
It's probably just drooling in your lap.
I'm just like, it's the only thing keeping me calm. Can he come with me?
I will insist on it.
Thank you.
Why don't you sleep in
Totally.
Tess's bed with the dog?
Yeah, why don't you
Uh,
sleep in Tess's bed with the dog?
Would she be
Oh, she'll be
okay?
totally fine with it.
She
Totally fine.
offers her bed to all sorts of
She
people.
She's got dog
seems kind of.
treats.
She seems kind of fancy to me. I'm not sure she'd love. The
Have you
dog
seen
there.
her room?
Tess,
She's not fancy.
fancy.
Her door is open. Her room's a tip.
She's got like dog treats or something in there.
Oh God. Can I like insight this or something?
Sure.
Because I don't. I'm like, wait, are they messing with me?
It'll be a wits insight.
Okay, one
That's
second.
with Tess more than anything.
Who's doing the majority of the lying here?
I've
me or
been
Chrys?
telling you nothing but truth.
This is how you make friends with the coterie.
So much
Yeah,
truth.
this is a hazing ritual.
You lie and get tricked.
Okay.
Or get lied
wits
to and get
insight.
tricked.
One of us
Yeah.
got a gun pointed at us. The other
Remember
has to
when we
sleep
made
in
the
a weird bed.
coterie and we were like, let's all be honest with each other.
Oh,
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 that's 5.
that's a crit.
I'll
Um,
allow one of you to do the lie dice, whichever one of you.
not it.
Yeah, no, I wasn't thinking Chris, to be honest, but
Shall I
would be
do
funny.
charisma or manipulation subterfuge?
It's not really like bad feelings. So I'd say charisma.
Okay, good. Because I'm bad.
I know.
I'm bad at manipulation. Nope.
You roll.
I mean, it seems like you're bad at charisma subterfuge as well. Technically, like
He hasn't got his suit on.
yeah, he can't say
Um,
he can't say it without just like a kind of shit-eating grin. That's just like
Yeah.
very, very obvious.
100% Cass is, and the others just want you to sleep in Tess's room and make a mess of it with
Yeah.
the dog fur and
They're-
stuff.
they're-
That's all they're
They're all
they're playing
there.
a joke on you and Tess.
Yes. Yes, they're all there, like, in a semicircle around you, smiling, and being like, yeah, go for it. It's
Do
super
it.
obvious.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Which one is are any of the rooms not occupied by anyone
There's
like
3
on a
for you.
regular basis?
There's 3 free rooms.
There's 3. We've got 1 spare for a friend.
Okay. So maybe I pet the dog and I'm like, which room do you think I should take? Does he like look in any direction?
Yes. He looks at Tess's room.
Oh God.
Because he is Cassius's dog.
You can probably
Fair.
smell the burgers.
No, it's...
Oh yeah, and it smells like fast food in there.
like, because he's a famulus, there's a kind of, like, vague connection there, which,
There's a
which kind of
connection
bleeds
between the
through.
2 of us.
So, yeah.
I guess I just go to the next room. like next to Tessa's, whichever room is right next to her.
I
Like
think
I look like I'm going to.
That's actually Cassius's room.
Oh.
That's mine. We can swap if you really picky. I don't know.
No, I'm not picky. I'm pretty sure you guys are trying to mess with me.
It's a bit.
Yeah, we are. No,
Yeah.
that's fair enough.
Would have been great. But
I lead Conan away from the smell of burgers,
Yeah.
and put him in one of the empty ones. You
Okay.
can sleep in there if you want.
Thank you.
As Nahari's walking in and Conan like follows in, he like pauses for a moment and looks back at you, and you get this kind of like tendril of questioning, like pretty much, what am I doing?
Keep an eye on her. Keep her safe.
And then he pads in, jumps up on the bed, and just lies down and curls up. And you're not in the bed yet, so you're going to have to kind of maneuver around him when you go to sleep.
That's totally fine. I'm small. The bed's big. The dog's big, but
it's probably bigger than you.
yeah.
Like,
I just kind of like walk to the door and look back at you guys, and I say, thank you for taking me in. I know you don't trust me yet. We just met. I'm trying really hard to trust you, and I appreciate you not taking too much advantage of that so far. And then I kind of just go on into the bed and like instantly fall asleep with the dog.
Okay. And the rest of you head to your respective places of repose. I don't know whether Marlowe has taken a room yet, or whether he's still sleeping.
apparently,
on the
he
beanbag
doesn't have one, so he's going on the beanbag again. Because
there are spare rooms if you want.
there
to
is
take
a spare room. There's Saturday's room,
There's
but that was
Saturday room.
late.
Well, there's Saturday's room, which he isn't using, and then there's another spare room as well.
Oh, there's
so-
another spare room.
Yeah.
I don't know. Marlowe will go on the beanbag anyway.
Okay.
However, having had a tingle just before Chrys goes off to sleep, he just wants to quickly catch her.
Okay.
Chrys.
Mhm.
Do you wonder how Clay's doing? Not from him in a while.
I don't know. It's not someone I ever spoke to really.
Yeah, fair enough. No,
Why asking me? Ask. I mean,
just
you would-
wondering.
Okay.
I'm gone.
She's like,
Gone
"That's
gone
weird."
where?
Down to my
Oh, to
beanbag
the
just to
beanbag.
pretend I'm not awake anymore. Like, oh no.
Okay. Wander off, but it's like that's so weird. But
Well, it's not the first time Marlowe's done that.
no, and it's like it's Marlowe.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things.
So you all head off and sleep for the night. How are you all doing with hunger so far?
I'm on 2.
2.
I was on 2 at the end of the last.
Okay.
Yeah, time to rouse.
All right. Give me a rouse check, please. So, Mac. Sorry, it's because it says Mac there. Marlowe, you are fine. Everyone else takes another hunger, which is a shame because that puts you all at 3 and Marlowe's still at 1. So.
And I have a blood bag as well. That is in the
Oh.
fridge, I would add.
Yeah.
It was refrigerated.
I assumed that any kind of like bagged type blood that you get would go fridgewards
Yeah,
until used or needed. Eventually, it's going to go bad, but
truth.
the speed at which we go, that will be in like 10 or 20 sessions.
Yeah, that'd be episode 40, so we'll be all right.
It's like 20 episodes from now. I'm like, by the way, the blood has just gone bad. You're like, so close.
Damn it.
Just didn't have enough time. However, you all arouse for the evening, wake up and start moving around.
Chrys is gonna just pretty much directly go into the basement to see if everyone's alive.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay. Chris clomps down the stairs.
Hello?
Assume that would wake Marlowe up pretty promptly.
Okay, that's one. Cass,
Yeah, what?
that's two.
Her yelling wakes me up, and I'm just kind of like awake, and suddenly I get kind of scared because I'm in an unfamiliar place. But then Conan is there, and he's like still in the bed.
You think you have sleep paralysis because you can't really move, but then you realize it's because there's a giant dog on top of you.
and I kind of laugh a little bit at the total incongruity of it all. Yesterday I was a spy, and today I'm a doggy bed.
Nahari, you awake? Hello?
Yep, I'm under Conan.
Okay, so she's still here.
Oh, hang on.
Morning.
You like whistle.
Yeah.
And Conan just instantly just
Like,
probably
head
uncomfortably
goes
like
up.
puts his paws all over you like ah.
Yeah, head goes up, there's a little balk, and then he's like jumps down and wanders out.
I just kind of like stretch a little because I've been under like 50 pounds of dog for a while or more, however much he weighs, 80 pounds of dog. And I get up and just kind of look around, and I'm kind of amazed that I'm still alive a little bit. Is there a shower somewhere around here?
Yes, there is.
I would love one of those.
I think it's in Tess's room, but I think Chrys has one too.
It's opposite Tess's room, so it's next to Nahari's room.
Perfect.
There.
I would love to borrow like a spare t-shirt if anyone has one, because I don't have clean clothes.
If you are a fan of tartan,
How much mud does it have on it, Cass?
these ones are clean. I've been doing laundry.
I'll take what I can get today. Thank you.
I go inside and I just chuck you like a shirt, like a button shirt.
Flannel.
It's flannel.
Perfect. I grab it and I just go into the bathroom, and you guys hear the shower water go on, and I'm just like, oh.
Okay, so plan for today, guys.
Celebrate. The blessed didn't kill us, and our new guest didn't. So, two reasons to be happy.
Good start.
Yeah.
Do you think we should talk to Celine and Cabron team and sort this out? Because our territory is quite large, and it must be a bit thin now with only a few of us going around.
Yeah. Be a bit more careful, I guess, is something good to share with them, that an imminent attack is probable. Maybe leave that. Maybe they would scarper.
Well, maybe we could just tell them to not let anyone from the blessed in.
I mean, that would make us suspicious, but also the blessed would have to ask us for permission if they wanted to come here anyway, unless they were doing something nefarious, in which case they would be within their right to cut their heads off or something.
Is it
so we should
worst?
just let them know that it's probably bad shit coming.
And I can give her her bonnet.
I've not done this whole like political thing before with the dead, but does an apology ever do anything?
Not when you've threatened the viability of someone's, I guess, business, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, well, does a bit of parlay go anywhere, you know? Go to Carrion, send a message,
right?
be like, hey, can we talk this out? Not kill each other? Is that really dumb? Are we going to die?
It's not dumb. It's a perfectly sensible adult way to deal with this, but I don't know if that's what we're going to get.
Kindred
Especially
done,
as what they'll ask for is, can we have Nahari back? Can we have Saturday back?
Well,
Yeah,
they
all right.
thought we stole Saturday, right? So if they know that
I'm-
we didn't,
So I'm like listening to this through the door, and I open the door, and I'm just like wearing this t-shirt and not much else, or whatever it is.
If you are, that would be like a 2-second shower. Just FYI. So you could, if you want to, like, you would hear it. So if you want to pop your head around and contribute, but if you want an actual shower, you'll have to go a bit longer.
Okay. So I just pop my head out, and I kind of say, if you give me back to them, they'll kill me. So you'll be signing my death warrant. If that's what you decide you want to do, I'm not gonna let you. I'll run. I'll go to Talia. I'll go somewhere else.
we're not gonna. We're
That's
not gonna do
interesting.
that.
Why would you go to Talia?
Maybe you can finish
says
your
she-
shower. Marlowe's like, look in the opposite direction.
I just kind of, so like I'm still showering, but I yell, she's moving in on their drug business quite heavily.
They're actually moving in on her.
Or
drug
they're
business.
moving. Okay, so they're moving in on her drug business, so she has a bone to pick with them too.
Oh,
Is this the date lady?
Oh,
this is the lady I have a present for. Oh, Nahari.
You
We
have a
have
date
so
with
many
Talia?
ways to fuck with the blessed now. Thank you. Enjoy your shower.
all right.
You're welcome. Thanks for deciding not to have me killed.
It wasn't
yeah.
even a debate. Don't worry.
I mean, if
How
we
good
tell
is her
them
hearing?
Kindred good.
You reckon she can hear us? Like super hearing, like
Oh,
Tess's.
Vasa had super hearing. I don't know why she shouldn't.
I mean, it's not like we're plotting to do anything bad anyway. She seems quite reasonable.
I'd be suspicious if
You were also in the middle of the room kind of area, you know, like the seating area, just kind of talking in regular voice noises. So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Marlowe just went a little
outside
bit
her door.
hush.
yeah.
Well-
When you like lowered your voice, then Nahari wasn't able to hear you because showers are reasonably loud.
Yeah.
Okay.
That doesn't make me nervous at all.
But you can't hear. You don't know that they're talking.
I'm kind of assuming that they are, but it's fine. I just bared my soul to them, told them I diablerized someone.
Makes you more suspicious.
It's more than what Cass has done.
Quiet.
Ooh.
Quiet, Marlowe.
So, when's your date, Cass? Can we expedite that at all?
I could send a message
Tonight?
tonight. She's a busy lady, but she might make time for me. I don't know how much she likes
might.
me.
Appreciate an eager beaver, you know. Keen lad.
Isn't that normally something that turns people off? Like, too eager.
That's been like a week and a half or so.
There's also, you know, like the compulsive man. Sometimes that does all right. I'm not good with women.
Impulsive?
That's something like that.
Compulsive man.
Compulsive man.
That's a terrible superhero.
Look, you can't. You're not going to know unless you ask. So why don't you just ask?
I'll send a message. So we need to talk to Saturday. We need to talk to Celine and Kaba, and we need to talk to Talia.
I don't think you have a number, so it would be a NOS message.
No, I'm not sending messages via the NOS anymore.
Okay.
All right. So,
And I said
so-
it out loud.
Yeah.
Well, I know. Well, sometimes you've gotta, unless you want to do all the running around the city.
I didn't learn to talk to animals just so I could be fucking Snow White.
So you're gonna send Conan?
I'm not going to send Conan. I'll find that cat or something again. Which reminds me, I need to eat.
Same. Can I come out of the shower now?
Sure.
Yeah.
So I come out of the shower, and I just hear the part about the
Needing to eat.
needing to eat. Yeah, and I'm like, same. Can we order another pizza delivery guy?
See, I suggested that once and it got poo-pooed.
It worked just fine the other night with Tess.
I'm just gonna assume that whatever Tess did to that boy,
She
He
didn't do
was
anything.
very
It was
distracted.
actually me.
oh, it was you. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, no deliveries here. I think it's probably a good rule.
It's not a bad time to start being sensible.
Got to start sooner or later, right?
Like, maybe we can go for a walk in the riverfront, somewhere where we don't sleep, and find a geezer or a geezette and do your thing.
Okay. Sure.
I have. Oh no, you were into fresh, weren't you? I've got a bag
Yeah,
of blood.
Sorry.
It's all right. I'm like a vegan at a barbecue. No one understands
well,
me.
I mean, I'd rather go to the woods, and snack there.
I can't
And-
really do animals either. Nothing against them. It just doesn't do it for me. I'm sorry.
Well, just be careful, and keep an eye out. Make sure there's not a.
And one of us will go with you.
Yeah.
We're not walking
Thanks
off
for
on our own, are
volunteering.
we?
I'm going to go and eat elsewhere.
Fine.
Are you going to
She hasn't killed
woods?
me yet. Chris, do you want a chance to hang out with Nahari?
No.
All right.
Sorry.
Wow.
Whoa.
Okay
Um,
then.
I mean, are we? I'm gonna nip to the woods and eat. I think I said.
Fair
but
enough.
sorry, I'm laughing. But just keep an eye out because, our friend Aiden might have seen the last escapade with Tess and me.
Found anymore?
You hurt someone?
I didn't do anything.
Some Russian dude, apparently.
What?
Was that different?
It was a different time.
What-
This is why I'm
what-
going to the woods. Okay.
All right.
And it's really good to know how to just snack and release safely.
Yeah, I know how to do that, but it's when they almost die by accident because someone got too hungry, then it's not very nice.
And you did nothing, you say?
I stopped her eating more.
Her being Tess, right?
Was Tess?
This is
Well, now's a good time to start being careful.
so just be careful and just keep an eye out and make sure there's no one watching you or anything.
Yeah.
Well, I can pretty much go invisible, so that won't be a problem. Okay.
Well, you can. You can go invisible.
I'm not invisible, but
Yes, you have obfuscate. Oh wait, do you have? Sorry, I might be
no,
wrong.
I have the shadow powers.
You do, but I'm pretty sure. Nahari. Yeah, you got Cloak of Shadows as well, in obfuscate, which is legitimately it's a completely invisible. Effectively, you're more invisible than the predator when he goes cloaked. That type of like. So Cloak of Shadows is obfuscate. You do also have the Shadow Cloak for the Oblivion powers, which is when you kind of coat yourself in shadow, it gives you pluses to your stealth. So it doesn't just help with not being seen; it helps with being, stealthy as well.
Yeah.
Like not knocking stuff over, not etc., like all that type of thing. And you also have silence of death, which means you could also not make any noise. I've basically handed you guys an assassin. it's
Side note for Marlowe here. He knows he can see sneaky people,
yes,
which
but
may or may not be why he volunteered.
Well, you see, the thing is like you can see Nahari through the obfuscate, but not like the cloak of shadows is different. So I don't think it counts for that.
I don't know. He just knows he has a better chance than the others to.
Yes, that is.
If she were to sneak away and do something, so.
I'm sorry for the shade that Chrys just threw at Harry, but she's gonna try and go with Cass.
She's kind of used to shade, to be honest. All the shadow stuff.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Those
And
puns.
well, where are you going, Cass? Because I'm kind of hungry. So if you're going to the woods, then I mean, we both can go to the woods.
Do you want me to come with you to the woods? I wasn't planning on it.
Well, where are you going? That's what I mean.
I thought I'd try and feed the way I used to.
Which
Which is private.
God.
I'm like super curious.
Right.
You're being weird. It's
I'm
just a
not
question.
being weird. I'm keeping a very, very private secret.
Now this is getting weird.
It's not weird. It's just a normal way of feeding on people.
Also,
May I?
side note, it is unseen passage that Nahari has. I was being dumb and I put the wrong thing in. So.
If I may reiterate the impending doom from a bunch of assassins potentially after killing us, having just murdered presumably some sort of warrior. You sure you want to eat alone?
Yes,
All right.
it should be okay. And just in case we don't bump into each other, I will go talk with Talia. Someone else goes to talk with Saturday, and someone else goes to talk to Celine and Caper.
Okay, well, I'll go see Celine and Caper, and if you're happy to go see Saturday, Marlowe.
Tell me where he is. I'll go.
I give you the
I'll take
flat address.
Nahari to meet him if you want, or do we bring him back here? Depends where we're at with the old secrecy levels.
You can bring it back here.
We'll bring him back here.
Try and be-
Fine. I'll go watch Nahari eat and then go get Saturday. Sure.
Great.
It's nothing personal, Nahari. Just making sure you're not, gonna.
Everyone put your hand in the middle.
Go Bobore!
Do we get her in the WhatsApp group?
Mm-mm.
That premature.
No. You can make a new one. if
New
you want,
WhatsApp
but no.
group. Right.
Nahari
don't
has
have a-
difficulty with phones.
I don't have a phone
I
anymore,
do.
so.
Yeah.
It's not like an all the time thing, but because you tend to have your phone on you all the time, it breaks on a regular to semi-regular basis. So you kind of like a laptop or something like that. You can kind of keep away from you a lot of the time, and then just have it when you need it. But
my phone is finicky. You can try it, and I will hopefully get the messages. But I'll just come back here.
do you
hang out
want
with
to see if
Conan.
your phone's working?
Sure.
It is not.
We'll go buy
It
some
broke
burners.
with Marlowe's.
How about that? We'll go buy us some burners, and maybe everyone can have a new number for a change.
Good idea.
Probably be a good idea. Get one for Tess as well.
Yeah, I'll get 3 at the rate she texts. But, yep, all right.
Okay. And
Don't die,
you'll-
Cass. Bye.
You'll head off about your business. So, let's go with Chrys to begin with.
Chrys was gonna follow Cass.
Oh.
He's acting suspicious. She was gonna go feed, but now he's acting really weird.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh.
She wants to see what he's up to. Being weird.
Cassius.
Yeah. Hi.
Where are you going, buds?
Cass is going to attempt to feed the way he used to before all of this, before he found out that humans could set you on fire. He's gonna see about the reading group.
Okay.
The book club.
You want to take anything with you?
He's gonna change into the suit.
Yep. But no book. You're not taking any books with you.
He is probably going to take something relatively low-key, like some of the books that he's written,
Yeah.
I imagine, and also Helios and Luna.
I don't know why a drag race just went past my house, but I had to mute
Well,
up
we
for
know
that.
what Tess is doing now.
Yeah, she is. Helios and Luna. Okay, that's the one in French, right?
French.
Yeah. Okay. And you're heading to the maze. Okay. So, I just need to pull up where... No. Oh. No, that might be a problem. Well, and might just be different.
Am I gonna die?
No, you'll be fine.
Don't die, Cass.
Yeah, he was acting too suspicious to disappear.
Oh, that is... Yeah, so it goes... sorry, I just need to map the new territories because I haven't put them out yet.
Oh. Tess, we're busy right now.
Yeah, that's definitely Tess.
That's like the second time around. I don't know what they're doing. It's a really short lap. So when you request the message, when you're saying like where you're going and where you need permission and etc. The request is actually going to go to the old guard.
The old guard.
Yeah. And it's accepted, and you're perfectly welcome in.
Okay.
It doesn't change, and like you can still go the same way and everything like that. But yeah, if you're visiting the book hole, you'll need it's within the old guard territory now.
That's in the old guard's territory now. That's probably not good. I don't know if that's good. We'll figure that out later.
Okay. So please roll me your wits awareness. Chrys, please roll me your dexterity stealth.
Wow. Oh.
Hold down.
Cass, you could reroll none. Chrys, you could reroll none. That's interesting. You both had the same dice pool, dice number. Oh.
Yeah. I thought I was going to get utterly trounced here, and I was correct, but I didn't know you were on the same
Yeah,
dice
she's
level.
not. Yeah, I don't know why it's so bad, but it is.
Yeah, there are two different types of people who can't stay low key. One of them is Tess, and one of them is Chrys, and those are the two main bad stealthing. So Cassius, you walk through the sides and everywhere like that. Chrys, after a little while, you realise where he's going because you've been there before. It's the book place, the place with all the scary pages and books and everything. That's like
The place that Chrys introduced Cass to.
you told him where
Yeah.
it was because you know
Yeah.
the area,
I
but
know. It was still weird, so she's still gonna
Okay, gonna keep following.
keep an eye out. Yeah.
Sure.
Sorry, Cass.
Cassius, when you walk in, it's candles and quite quiet and quite dark, very subdued. There's a group of about 6 or 7 people, all in a little semicircle, with like one of those slightly old-timey like gas fireplaces. You know, it's just like a box, like a metal box with like a fireplace inside it. It's a weird thing. I know a few people who had them, and they're all just reading. Like they all have different books, and they're all like not talking to each other, and probably oblivious of each other to a certain degree, and just reading their own in their own little world. But it's the book club currently. There. So sometimes they have like a time when they all get together and talk about a book they've read, or someone is like, "Hey, everyone should read this book," and then they go off and read the book and everything. But when you walk in, actually, yeah, they probably wouldn't look up their reading. So when you walk in, it's just like quiet and a bit shadowy, you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to keep very quiet and set some of the books on the table and just begin reading. And every now and again, I will observe how they do and see who's where, and if there's one person who's interested, like isolated in some sense, interested in a conversation about books, that I can then like lure them in. And
oh yeah, like every now and then one of them will close the book they're reading and get up and go back into the stacks and like search around. At the same time, when you're kind of like, when you look up from your book for a moment, you see Gladys is like giving you kind of like has noticed you and is like looking at you, and then when you look up, like her head goes down, so it's like you know, it's that kind of like your head goes up and her head goes down. It's like, I saw that, but okay, sure. Also, Chrys, how's your patience?
She's bored already.
Okay.
Like he sat down, he started reading. Oh, well, that was less exciting. She thought there was going to be at least some thing happen. He was like, oh, maybe I'll be fine.
Chrys is just by the door, like with her like
peeking
eyes
above the
peeked
window,
around.
like
yeah.
She's like, oh, okay, well, fine.
Oh,
And
don't
I
like
think
this. It's boring.
boring. I think she's gonna head back. Probably gonna head towards the park now to find Celine Caper or like whoever's about and
Okay.
kick some rocks en route. Like that's annoying.
So Cassius, unless you'd like to like engage in anything specific,
no, I'm just going to find someone who's interested in books enough that they will be, you know, easy to feed on.
easy to kind of distract for a moment in like a quieter corner, and then. And I assume you're not going for Gladys.
No, I feel like
she'd enjoy it too much.
She didn't. Well,
weird.
A, she'd enjoy it too much, and B, he has a weird connection with her where he doesn't really want to hurt her, and especially her. I don't know, the fancying him things, you know, flattering and nice, but still weird.
I'm not sure how much he notices it either.
That's a good point.
Like, you know, it's I think he has the idea that she's fascinated by him for some reason. My imagination and what, like, just my thought, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Cassius is like worried that she's starting to suspect he's a vampire. You know, like he's you know, he's got completely the wrong idea.
Yeah, probably. She's definitely noticed something about me, and it's probably bad.
Yeah.
You called her Fawny last episode. I heard that.
Fawny.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
She's
He
Fawny.
meant fawn-like,
Yeah.
not fawn-like, but that's how it came out.
Yeah, yeah. Well, in that case, please roll me a charisma academics with a +1 for your thing. This is your feeding roll.
This is one hell of a feeding roll.
Yeah. Well, it's how you get to the feeding is, you distract them with your...
2. Yeah, I need to kind of keep myself under control, so I'm gonna read.
Books get me so excited.
Books. Oh damn.
I think you get a little too animated with the conversation, and you by the time like you're like, oh crap, wait, I have like it's one of the like middle-aged men who's just kind of, and you're discussing like a fairly obscure like origin story for one of the folk tales, and you're getting really into it, and so it's nothing to do with like bad feeding. You just don't allot enough time for feeding, so you have to like you're just like, oh crap, look at the and then you like oh no, I've got a and so you only manage to get 1 dot before you're like, no actually we've been away for too long, and that type of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm like, shit. Gotta run. We will pick up this conversation later, though. That's a fascinating idea. Didn't know there was a precursor to Grimm's Tales. It sounds like nonsense, to be fair, but I'm off. Bye.
Yeah, and you leave him just a little bit dazed and kind of like unsure of why the tail end of that conversation got kind of blurred.
Yeah.
You
I'm
do get
gonna head
take
off to Talia.
1 dot of hunger.
Okay. It's not great.
It's better than nothing.
It's true.
But unfortunately, your reroll didn't net you the success needed. So you head off to Talia. Chrys, you're heading over to Celine and Cabo, and then off to
Yeah,
feed.
she can find him. Yeah. Yeah, just like, well, that was no fun. May as well do the work. I will say I probably had the bonnet.
Yeah,
yeah,
because you're going
take
to
to
Celine and
yeah.
Cabo, you would take on it.
So we're gonna keep an eye out for them by the edge of, I guess, that main road that we meet the old guard in normally. Like, keep an eye out for them. Go straight to the park, and if they're not there, she'll have to look for them, I guess.
So you keep an eye out for them headed there. You don't see them. You go to the park and you don't see any sign of them. There is a note, like a little kind of little piece of paper
Placard?
that,
Yeah.
like a piece of paper that's like taped to, like duct taped to the slide. Just says knock twice.
She's gonna knock on the slide twice. Like, okay. Does anything happen? No.
A couple of minutes pass, and then a hand comes out of the ground, and like presses on, and you see Celine like slip out of the ground and look up. Chrys.
Hi.
Hey. Sorry, and she pushes down and just like flies up and lands on the ground. Hey.
How you doing?
Yeah.
It wasn't a yes. Okay. Okay.
Is something? Do you need some muscle?
No. Well, we're just wanted to do an update, and also I got you a bonnet that I said I'd get you. So.
Oh, thank you.
Here you go. I didn't really know what
Takes
to
it.
look for.
Opens it up, takes her bonnet off. is yours one. Doesn't really fit with her outfit, but it does not fit with the outfit either.
It's got lots of bows on it.
She still looks like a China doll.
So I didn't really know if it was going to be good or not, but I hope you like it. Also, the blessed we're on their shit list a little bit. So if they try come into the territory without permission, then let's not let them.
So you want to up patrols?
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say we probably need to have more organization, right? Are you quite happy with how it's going? Because I know we're spread a little thin right now. So is there anything that I can do to help sort this out?
I don't know. Unless you're expecting like a full-scale attack, I think me and Kaba and Eli have this pretty much. We'll just be a bit more vigilant. We'll keep up the patrols and just,
yeah.
And she holds up her finger for a second, and then like knee up, like stamps on the ground like 3 or 4 times.
Well, if you're confident, then great.
Okay.
But I just if there's anything else I can help you with, then let us know. And Gorban is also probably not really allowed. So I think that was it.
So the Blessed and Gorban. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, as always,
and she
they've
starts
got to
to
have...
rise.
Remember the masquerade thing that we spoke about?
As Kaba is coming out of the ground. It does for a second look like she's starting to fly, but she's actually standing on Kaba's head as he
Oh, I wondered where.
Steps out of the ground. And then Kaba finally gets his big hulking mass out. And then you're standing there talking to a young girl standing on the top of a giant's head.
Hi Kaba, how you doing?
Yeah.
He spoke. She's like, cool. Well, if you guys are happy, then great, I guess. We have a new maybe friend, so you'll probably see her around. She's called Nahari, and
Nahari?
she's Nahari.
Nahari.
Nahari. And I just give her a brief description of what she looks like. But she's probably going to be with one of us for a bit. You usually see her. But if you just see her, that's who she is.
Is she joining us? So keep an eye on her a little bit.
Yeah, she should be with one of us for the near future at very least, and then we'll see how it goes, kind of thing.
Okay.
And
Celine jumps off Kaba's head and floats down to the ground, tiptoe lands.
Cool.
We'll go out on patrol now then, and just make sure everything's okay.
Great, thanks.
What are you doing? Do you want to come with?
I'm pretty heckin' hungry, but I could do. Yeah, see what's going on. Yeah, it's probably a good idea that she goes on patrol because she hasn't seen how it's going. So yeah. I think Chrys is probably gonna yeah, actually.
In that case, as you're going off walking with Celine and Kaba, you get a lot of stares from the people who are out and about, because Kaba is surprisingly quiet, but very, very large. So very often, people walking, not paying attention, will suddenly be eclipsed by, this, kind of surprises them. Also, Celine looks like she belongs in the Victorian age. It's really weird to see her randomly wandering around the street. It is not the most subtle you've ever felt in your life. And you hang out with Tess a lot, so...
Well, it's one of those things.
Yeah. It's hard to find good help, even if good
she's
help
she's not gonna encourage them to change. That's how they want to be. So, good for them.
Roll me a wits awareness while you're patrolling.
Oh no.
Unless there's anything you want to specifically talk more with Celine and Cabra about.
No, it was just the safety and like what we can do as a coterie to help them really. Ooh, can I reroll 2, please?
Sure. Yeah. Mark off a willpower.
Yeah, that's better.
3 successes. Well, when I tell you that you don't really notice anything out of place or anyone like spying or watching or anything, it means that you're more likely to have actually not seen anything as opposed to have missed something.
Yep. It's just actually paying attention today.
Well, I mean, 3 successes.
Yeah, she just doesn't mean that she's very good at it. She's just trying.
Yeah, she's trying to pay attention.
Keeps getting distracted.
While you're walking, Celine says, "Where are you going to eat?"
Well, I was gonna head down to the woods. Have a snack there.
Okay.
What are you guys doing for food right now? Because I think that Tess was messing around with gimlets. I don't really know what was going on with that.
Well, so we did the gimlet thing while it was still there was still like a worry about, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But now it seems to be fine. We've just gone back to how we usually feed.
Is it rude to ask that? Because Cassidy
No, it's fine. So as we're walking around, Caber grabs a couple of people and then we drink them and then we let them go. Kind of catch and release.
Yeah, see, that's my usually bread and butter as well. But
It's just the easiest way, you know. There's all that like talking to people and getting to know them and making them feel at ease. But when you have giant hands and, you know, maybe it's...
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's just in our nature to be a bit more forthright.
I was gonna go with aggressive, but yeah, I think but we had a bit of a harsh time recently, and I'm just feeling a bit bad for them right now, you know. Also, I'm not the most I'm not the most apparently aware of when I'm being followed, so that's great. We're trying today though.
Okay.
So if you see anything, let me know, because she's not sharing too much.
As far as I know, you're not being followed.
Well, last time it was by a bat and also a person.
Is that like shapeshifted or like more control of animals?
The first one. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, also, I've met Vassia now.
Oh, okay.
Not dead.
No,
So...
I doubt he'd die.
Well, I meant me.
Oh.
Also, he's not dead, which...
Why would Vassia kill you?
Well, he killed me to be Kindred.
It's not really
So-
the same thing.
Well, anyway, everyone seems to get on really well with him. It's pretty annoying.
I don't really know him, but I know his organization.
How do you feel about it? Like, have you known anyone that was in it, or?
Yeah, a couple. Pretty good deal.
Good deal. 20 years. Know that.
I guess if you haven't been Kindred that long, it seems like a long time. But you'd be surprised how quickly 20 years goes by.
Well, also, I mean, going places that are dangerous. She does not want to say London, but she wants to like allude to it.
Anywhere can be dangerous.
I guess, but sort of really dangerous and horrible, and I don't know, it doesn't seem like that good of a deal to me. Like they
It's almost like an internship, really.
everyone's getting along with Bessie. It's very irritating for Chrys. Well, I guess so.
understand if you weren't willing, but you didn't have to do the 20 years, did you?
Well, no, we're not talking about me. I just mean like the organization generally, right? So they don't get a choice in it.
Yeah. Usually. As far as I know.
Damn it. Well. Ugh. Well, anyway, he just. Fine.
As you walk past another human who kind of like walking, notices your group, and then almost like just plasters themselves to the wall as they like slide past you guys. You catch a really nice whiff.
Is it the human perchance?
You're hungry.
3.
It'd be very easy to just follow them when they dip into an alley, jump them.
It would. Just gonna try and refrain for now.
I mean, you know, otherwise you've got to walk into the woods, you've got to find animals. Cass isn't going to be with you.
Cass isn't. He wasn't the deciding factor the last time we caught deer.
Sure, if that's what you believe.
It is. But maybe could I roll or no?
It's completely your choice. You can roll if you feel like you want to roll, or you can just choose to...
I think I'd like... no, she's going to put it off this time, but next time if it happens again.
Sure.
We'll need to roll. But she's like salivating.
Yeah. So you finish up near the bridge. And, okay. We're going to keep doing the back and forth a little bit now and then, but we'll keep our eyes out.
Okay. I'm just gonna go along the waterfront and I'll head to the woods now.
Sure.
So thanks. And yeah, let us know if we need anything.
Will do. Thank you for the... And she's gonna like trains upon it a little bit.
You're welcome. Chrys is so chuffed that she likes it.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's just gonna go down the waterfront.
It's a good call, because you were gonna run into more humans who smelled tasty if you were to go down like a main road or something.
No, she's like, just follow it down.
Yeah.
Sort of fresh air, and into the woods to try and find something to chomp on.
Okay. As you're heading into the woods, a few snowflakes start falling. It's nothing heavy and nothing, you know, like, it's just, it starts snowing very, very lightly.
Okay.
We are heading deeper into winter.
Okay. Well, this doesn't really bother her because she doesn't really need body heat, right? So.
It's true. So please roll me. Intelligence Animal Ken. As you try and figure out where animals would be and where you might find them, okay?
Got 1.
Yeah.
In the woods.
Well, you're in the woods. If you just walk for a while, you probably find animals, right?
Could I maybe use Bloodhound?
Sure.
Or
Yeah.
was that not going to help?
It might help.
Okay, well, she's going to try that then. Which I think it's free.
It is free, yeah. It's a, I can't remember. I think it's...
Well, it's It talks more
resolve-
specifically about humans' blood, but
yeah, resonance, but that's not quite
yeah.
how I'm running it. So
yeah. So resolve awareness.
resolve awareness, yes.
Ba, 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 ba. Not running great today.
Every now and then you catch a whiff of something, but when you follow it, it scampers away. And you follow the scent, but you can't catch the... You never catch sight of anything. You start to feel like a big lumbering caber in the street where all the humans are running away from you.
Aww. She's gonna start to get more irritated by this, I think.
Yep.
And as time goes on, if she keeps failing, she's gonna just Wolverine it up and go running through, which would be a rouse check.
Please give me a rouse check.
Oof,
You do not
goodness.
get hungrier.
Just gonna keep looking, trying to chase things down.
Okay. Please roll me a wits awareness.
Lots of rolls for Chrys, I'm sorry. 3.
After a couple of hours searching with your nose and then shifting into a Wolverine and running around, you finally manage to burst into the open and find a tiny little rabbit, which you jump upon and sink your teeth into, and it gets you 1 dot of blood if you kill it.
Oh, she's not gonna kill it though. Damn you, sheepy.
She's pretty hungry.
Yeah, but it's a rabbit, so we discussed this. She's not killing the rabbit. Okay, Chrys is very irritated by this already. The whole evening.
Okay, so my question is, when you jump out into the clearing and you see your opportunity to bite down on a rabbit, do you bite down on the rabbit?
I think at that point she's...
You wouldn't be able to tell, like...
Yeah, I think like at that point she's pretty desperate. She's been out for a while. But yeah, she'd have a nibble, but not kill it.
In that case, please roll me a frenzy. Okay.
Is the rabbit dead?
After the rabbit dies,
Great.
you may take off 1 dot of hunger.
Great.
And you then go running off into the woods in search of more food. Please roll me a... Yeah, because you're going to be running for a while. Please roll me a strength athletics. Which I believe in Wolverine form is 6 or 7 dice?
Strength? It's
It's
just physical 6.
just physical, yeah, so 6.
So just 60-10.
Yes, please. That's 4 successes.
4.
Okay. Like half an hour later and a couple more dead rabbits, you are back to 1 hunger.
Yay.
And you feel replete. And that is about as you start to come out of your funky not really frenzy, but more like it's almost like you hadn't eaten. Well, it is like that, but it's like if you skip breakfast and then you get to the evening and you suddenly realize you're hungry and you eat like 3 or 4 burgers in a row before you realize that you're almost like, you know,
Gonna be sick because you ate so much.
yeah.
And Bane, or are we not doing that?
But you're
Right
a
now.
Wolverine.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think as she heads back into the city, it's just obviously gonna change back before.
Yeah. So as
Gosh,
you
listen.
as you change back, you do your you feel the kind of fuzz, the electricity as you shift, and you kind of like coming to the edge of the woods. Your nose feels a little bit itchy, and
What's-
you like push your hand up, and you kind of feel like whiskers. You still have Wolverine mouth and nose.
I'm just gonna text the WhatsApp group.
Okay.
I'm staying outside. I'm staying in the woods.
Okay. Cass,
That's
can
it.
I stay at yours, please?
Just like I'm living in the woods now.
Marlowe doesn't have a phone, so
I'm gonna
it's just Cass and
reply
Tess.
Mine is
saying, "You can't live in the woods, Chris. What happened?"
I think Chris is gonna try to talk. Can she talk with it? Even though she's got a mouth and nose.
Well,
or-
it's text, so unless you call him. Or
Well,
he
no,
calls
she's just
you.
gonna try and find. She's gonna call Cass.
Okay. It'll be a little bit kind of.
Fresh.
I
Talk.
Oh, I thought you said I, so you didn't.
Oh,
ask.
sorry. No.
So can I live in the woods now?
What, live in the woods now?
Can I live in the woods now?
Have you got like a mask on or something? Like a balaclava? It sounds like you've got you're
Or
eating
something,
wool
yeah.
or something. Oh, okay. Well, no, we need to get everyone back Nahari and Saturday to the salon so we can talk.
Yeah, but what if I just live here now?
I'm gonna
because-
skip to the bit where I just
Yeah.
'Cause-
like it goes through his head and it's like she did something.
Yeah.
It's like when, if you think like Aiden decided to live in the woods when he killed a deer.
Yeah, oh god, yeah, he did, didn't he?
They're too similar sometimes.
So can I go to the caravan? Okay.
I'm sorry, but I need to be there for that, and I'm gonna be at the salon.
I literally can't because then I will probably be in trouble.
Where should I meet you? And what should I bring?
Woods and a scarf.
Like, how are we gonna hide this? She hasn't seen herself.
Face mask.
You can take a picture.
She's not taking a picture of that.
No, you can take a picture to see what you look like. So you can just like snap it quickly to see how bad it is. Like
Yeah.
if you need like
And then send it to Cass.
like a mask or something.
She's like, just hang on. Just gonna put you on speaker and then go into the photo. Like,
What's
Okay.
going on?
Please roll me intelligence tech.
what? But that's everyone can do this. Got a 1.
Cassius. You get a picture.
FaceTime.
You get a actually anyone on the WhatsApp gets a picture.
No.
So Tess will also get the picture.
No.
Sorry,
Well, they
Marlowe,
didn't make
you
the new
lost your phone.
group.
Huh?
Oh yeah, it's
Oh.
just Tess. Sorry.
Yeah, Nahari's not in it.
It looks a bit like a Snapchat filter, but given your knowledge, you realise what has happened.
So
And
Wait.
and Chris, you don't realise that you sent the picture.
yeah, scarf. Then
yeah, you just heard Cass like suddenly choke on the other side of the thing.
you okay?
I
Alright.
need well, there's I'll meet you in the woods.
Uh huh.
Do you need anything?
A scarf, probably.
Like a big scarf?
Like a big scarf.
Like a... Okay. So it... Not... Something happened to your neck. Did it?
String a scarf.
Okay. We will talk about this when I arrive.
Puts the phone down.
You do realize he's gonna see it when he turns up anyway.
Yeah, but she's
I know.
she's not accepting it's her fault right now,
Yeah.
even though she's the only one there.
It didn't go this way when I went with Cassius.
Like,
Is this gonna turn into Cassius's fault for not coming with you?
oh yeah, it definitely is.
Okay.
Fucking... Okay, yeah,
so-
he arrives like 15 minutes later or something
Okay, yeah.
with one of Tess's big, like, floofy big knit scarves or something.
And Conan in tow as well.
Yeah, Conan's here as well.
The
Chris has
second,
been like trying to mess around with the whiskers, trying
the second that Tess, that Chrys like steps out of the shadows, Conan starts barking.
Oh, it's a bear! Get it!
Yeah,
Conan
Conan's-
bounds up to you.
Conan's actually like on guard and kind of like bouncing from foot to foot, like and like it's like proper down dog like barking.
Conan. Oh,
And then he like stops and like head goes sideways.
Go get her, boy. Like he runs up and like jumps up at you. And...
yeah.
You wanna talk about it?
It would have been so much easier if you come. Just give me the damn scarf.
Would have been so much easier if I what? Sorry.
If you join me in the woods for food, just to go and freaking books.
I beg your pardon?
The woods for food?
I don't see a problem here. I don't even know
You
why
don't
you
see a
asked for this
problem here?
scarf. I'm gonna
Wow.
go.
I'm gonna try and snatch it off him.
He's gonna hold it away. Should we roll for
Yeah,
this?
okay. That'd be dexterity athletics.
Oh yeah, never mind. You get the scarf.
Well, give it a roll. You never know. You never know.
I never
Being
know.
going great today.
No, there's no
Got
point in me
3.
rolling.
I want to see it though.
Oh, right, fine.
Okay, yeah. My scarf. Thanks for a scarf. Cold
Welcome.
out here.
Right.
I'm gonna
What
put it
made
on.
you lose it?
Look, it's I've been here a while. It's hard to find food out here.
It happens. All right. As long as there's nothing we need to clean up, we'll go back and see if Nahari and Marlowe have found anything.
Chrys, as you both head back, Chrys, I'm gonna give you this option because I feel like it's fair to have it be your choice. Would you like to take a stain for murdering bunnies? It's the weirdest thing to ask in Vampire the Masquerade, but I feel it's actually appropriate here if you feel like it's...
I don't know. Yeah? She does feel bad about it, but that's a role for later.
I think...
It's more like that she didn't have control of it.
Yeah, I think the remorse is probably there, and she's probably doing a very usual Chrys thing of being like, I'll deal with that later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's just not think about it right now. But I think like it's going to be another thing where she's now worried
She can't do
about...
anything right. She can't eat people. She can't eat
Can't eat
rabbits.
people, she
Everything
can't
is
eat-
terrible. So, yeah.
Yeah. But I'd say one thing you would take away from this is you're not the best at hunting, like animals.
Yeah. Yeah. She knows. Now.
So, Marlowe and Nahari, we'll switch over to you.
After leaving the coterie, I think the first thing Marlowe will say is, when Chrys said about not wanting to, she didn't really.
Yeah, she did. It's okay.
Well,
It'll take time. If
she's
we
got
even
some
have
trust
time.
issues, and former assassin, but it's deeper than that. But she's a good girl. She'll warm to you, unless she'll probably warm to you. But I don't know. We're having issues trying to convince her that her sire's nice. She's adamant that he's not.
Is he nice?
Seems so. Mind you, Kindred
That's
see
pretty
many
rare.
things. Yeah.
True. I mean, I don't know why I've been telling you guys. I mean, I know why I've been telling you guys all these things, but
Nahari, just something, a word that you don't know. Sire.
I don't know the word sire.
It has never come up for you before.
But someone turned me.
You don't know who.
Oh. What exactly do you mean by sire?
Oh,
Sorry.
Who killed you and then brought you back again?
The blessed collectively. I don't really know, to be honest.
Oh,
They
right.
they sort of drugged me, and it's all
Well,
that they-
it was more a party with a whole load of college students and etc. Everyone got drunk and high, and there was ecstasy and there was etc. And then you knew what the deal was, but it was very much like a haze, and then waking up like a day or so later and like slowly becoming acclimatized to it, etc. There was no kind of like, oh, I'm hello, I'm your sire, I'm going to turn you into a vampire, etc. It was just like, it's just how the blessed kind of do their thing.
Yeah. So pretty much I went to basically what amounts to a rave party and took a lot of substances, and then I woke up a vampire a couple days later.
Right. Fine. I guess there's some morals to that story, but wow, that's a thing. So no one dropped in after, like, hey, we bit you, here's how to be a vampire, Kindred thing.
They kind of, I mean, they told us what to do, but it was never like one individual person. It was kind of like various blessed there in Cairo, and they also shipped me off to here pretty quickly, and then I was just under Cersei.
Wow.
And the others who were pretty much mercenaries who pretty much just said,
Not really mercenaries, they're more kind of like fresh converts, or like that type of thing, like low level cultists, people almost.
they did teach me how to eat, carefully, and all
Right.
of the stealth helps with that.
Interesting. Is that normal for them? Do they not?
Pretty much.
Oh. Well, the term sire would normally indicate the sod that bit you, as far as I understand it, drained you of all of your blood, and then gave you a bit of theirs, making them your kindred parent. As far as I was aware, up until 5 minutes ago, they normally look after their young and are responsible for them. But it's certainly interesting to hear that there's an organisational sort of approach, far less personal, but you'll fit right in. We've all had a bumpy start to death, one way or another, so yeah, welcome to the club.
Thanks. I'm starving. I don't know about you, but I would really, really like to eat someone now.
I'm fine, but I'm just here to make sure you don't go and, I don't know, do whatever assassins do. After you, I'll watch and let's not kill anyone, eh?
I never killed anyone I didn't have to. So I don't plan to start now.
Yeah, self-defense, I guess, is a good excuse.
For the cause. Or if I didn't do it, they would know that I was a double and then kill me. So basically, it was me or them.
And they were kindred?
I've only killed the one kindred.
Oh, right.
No?
You killed
Oh,
Carling,
right.
and you also killed the the Sombra.
Eating them counts.
Eating them does count.
Darn. Good point. I've only killed the two kindred.
Right. All right. Well, let's gloss over that topic for now. I'm still coming to terms with the whole mortal paradox, death, murder thing. So let's do food.
Yeah, that'd be great. You don't happen to know any local weed dealers that happen to be standing on a street corner that I could walk up to?
No, not really. Well, probably not. I'm assuming his streetwise is a different sort of streetwise. So, like,
He does still know the kids who deal up at the.
and he knows they
the
smell of
bar.
weed, I assume.
Yeah.
I know some kids that smell like weed, if that counts.
That's probably good enough.
You're not allowed to eat one, though. Well, no, like. Yeah, let's go see him.
That will also, just FYI, require you to go through both the Gorban's territory and the Blessed's territory, and you'll be in the Blessed territory. If you
Right.
go there.
They smell like weed and they're in the blessed territory. I've just
Oh, right.
remembered, which is where my haven is.
Your haven is in the Blessed.
Yeah, smart of me to
Well-
put it there, wasn't it?
Maybe we should just walk down the street. I don't think we want to go that far. Not by ourselves.
I'm in full agreement. There's got to be someone on the corner that wants to deal. So you feed on them, I'll arrest them, and then
Oh, don't do that. I
No,
can
no.
I can just pretend to buy some weed off of them, or actually buy some weed off of them. Do I have it? I probably have some walking around money, right?
Not much.
Right.
Not really enough for mostly useless marijuana is how I'll describe it. And just incidentally, like usually when you feed off people, it's after selling to them.
Yeah.
If you go that route, which means that you get a little bit of the high when you smoke, even with rousing, there's very little effect. It's like a very small kind of like relaxed feeling that just kind of like very minorly mellows you out. So.
Okay.
And
Well-
instantly, like eating like weed brownies and stuff does not work at all.
His food. Makes sense. All right. Let's just. It doesn't matter if they have anything to do with weed, although that would be fun. Let's just find someone walking down the street, and
yeah.
maybe if they turn down an alley, we can.
Sounds nice. And I'm past the whole arresting thing. That's rather small fries compared to all
Yeah,
this.
vampire cop is kind of interesting. How the heck did that
Yeah.
happen?
Detective. Well, former. Was cop. Got laid off. Had one too many bad jobs, you could say. And PI work was how I made ends meet.
So how did you end up dead and not loving it?
I was hired by my sire to find out that he was kidnapping people, which I don't know if he was expecting me to find out or not, but part of me reckons he did plan on. Either way, turns out that was a breach of the Masquerade, and as his punishment, he was forced to turn me and was promptly killed. So
Why would he hire you to figure out that he was doing something wrong?
Malgadians, bonkers. That's what everyone keeps telling me anyway.
Fair. Would I like know that about Malkavians? Probably, right?
Maybe like very, very vaguely.
I just think we see things differently, but you know, everyone's got their. What's your Twitch anyway? Everyone's got a.
Sensitive to light and really into enabling people. Pretty much.
Okay, well that's good to be aware of.
Nahari, there's someone cuts through an alleyway. You reckon you can probably slip in after them and
Perfect.
have a jump on?
Right. Yeah. I turn on.
Well, you won't unless you want to. It's kind of like a dark alleyway. So if you just go with your dex stealth, and you can take your specialization for feeding as well.
So how do I do that?
So you do stealth, dexterity like usual, and then just put a 1 in the modifiers because you have a speciality.
Cool.
How did you do that?
I don't know.
Would you like to re-roll?
Yes, please. Dear God.
Feel free to re-roll 3 dice. 3d10.
Just 3d10. Okay.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone roll 7 dice and get 0 successes.
That's pretty bad luck.
Good Lord. 3d10. That's
There
better.
you go. That's enough.
That's 2.
I was preparing to say he never saw what hit him, but I feel like you're kind of like shifting through the shadows, like a snake, just like sliding through the shadows towards him, and then you just like step on a twig, which you're in the middle of the city. What's a twig doing there? And he like swings round, kind of like surprised, and you like panic, and you're like, oh crap, and just like jump on his neck.
Yeah, so I latch on, and suddenly there's this incredible feeling of satisfaction, and it's really strong, and I take enough not to completely take away my hunger, but I don't want to lose control. That would be very bad. So I stop.
You can take 2 dots.
And I just so I just unlatch.
Lick the wound and kind of leave him there a little bit dazed. Takes a little bit of time. If anyone's like passing by, they just see like 2 people making out in an alleyway type thing. You know, that don't really pay too much.
I kind of backed him up against the wall while I was.
One of the benefits of feeding off humans. Not looking at anyone. With the dog
Got
mouth
more
right
blood
now.
in them. Yeah.
So while Nahari's doing that,
Marlowe's on the lookout for people as well.
yeah, and just behind your shoulder, someone says, "For the record, I hired you because I thought you were stupid. I didn't realize you were also lucky."
That's talking to me, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure then. I thought, is that Clay talking to Nahari from Beyond the Grave?
No.
I got really confused.
That's someone speaking from behind your shoulder as you're like looking around the street.
Do I hear this or?
No,
is
no,
this
no, no,
not-
no. You don't.
Oh.
Hear this. You're like down in the alleyway snacking on a dude.
Hello, boss.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Working on the giant chicken lead. How about
Yeah.
you?
Dead. You know how it is.
Hmm.
Thanks to
Good.
you.
Yeah. Someone made me reconsider that. Did you know that was going to happen, or was this part of some master plan, or
Yeah.
you're just saying that to make yourself sound smart?
Right.
Really?
I mean, you know. Peas
Can
in
I
a pod.
wits insight him?
Sure. Peas in a pod bait, innit?
I want to wits insight him to see if he did. Can you even wits insight something that's dead or a figment of your imagination? We'll never know. Okay, that's 8.
He seems to be telling the truth.
Right. So why? Or you bored?
Well, you know, upset the system, the status quo. Rage against the machine, power to the people, all that bullshit, you know?
Yeah, right, because I'm the real teenage rebellion. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for that, I guess.
No
Or
other questions about the whole affair?
Yeah, loads.
Right.
What is going on?
Kind of open-ended there, mate.
Yeah, well, where to start, really?
Right.
What
Probably
brings
at the
you out?
beginning.
Yeah. I mean, normally you're here in a moment of crisis. What was this about being lucky, anyway?
Well, you were lucky when you caught me.
Oh. Well, what are you doing?
What do you mean?
What, are you sneaking about here, or?
No, it's just I've been here.
Oh. I'm a bit lost with all this right now,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
I'm moving past this whole, you know, good, bad, people killing people.
Right.
Still not happy with that.
Moving past it or killing people?
No, I've not moved
Because you've done
past that
quite
yet.
a lot of that, mate, already yourself.
Technically, yes, it was me, and I do bear the responsibility of it. It's like my kid did it. That's how it feels, anyway.
Right.
It's still my fault.
A kid you birthed in your mind because you couldn't deal with shit. Right.
You're Malkavian too. I mean, it's not. Yes,
You mean was?
it was. Yes, it was me.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you make of her?
Useful. Knows things.
Yeah.
A
Figured
wealth
so.
of information, I'd say. Especially
Yeah.
if she knows your enemy.
She does. Do you know him?
Who?
The Blessed.
I mean, yeah, kind of.
Well, how'd you know them? You're dead.
Yeah. How am I here? I'm dead. World's full of fucking mysteries, isn't it?
All right.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to do this for a while.
Right.
He's gonna. I'm trying to think of what he's gonna do. Something on his hand and be like, "How many am I holding up?" But it needs to be something he doesn't know.
Yeah.
Ah, damn. No, like if he had a deck of cards, he could do this. Are you real? Like,
You?
oh yeah, thanks.
Now we're getting real metaphysical.
Real, yeah. Great. This feels like therapy. Yeah. Well,
Listen,
yeah.
kid. Have you ever heard of the quantum leap theory?
I watched a TV show when I was young.
Right. So you understand.
Oh, don't even start that I'm... You're not my Ziggy, are you?
Could be.
What's that even mean? Quantum leap theory, come on.
Yeah.
What, do I murder someone now and turn them into a Malkavian and they go off and do something and I save the day?
Sounds like a fun story, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'd watch it.
Yeah. This is incredibly ambiguous.
Nahari, if you walk out into Marlowe speaking to himself, do you interrupt or would you just watch?
I think maybe I'd watch for just a second, but
Okay.
when I see him, like, cause he just sounds so sad,
Yeah.
and so I'm a little nervous that he's gonna react badly, but I just kind of reach out and
Yeah, keep in mind he's just talking to the air in front of him.
yeah,
Oh, hey.
I just like tap him on the shoulder.
How's it going?
I'm good.
Do you want to
Mhm.
meet my...
Or
Like,
who?
you turn around when she taps you, and when you turn back to, like, do you want to meet my... He's not there.
twat?
Your
Oh,
who?
my... Yeah, one of them. One of them.
Is this a Malkavian thing?
I bloody well hope so. All right. I might be able to talk to invisible creatures from the beyond. How's about that for a thought? Or maybe I'm just fucking nuts. Let's go back. Oh, I'll go get Saturday. Fuck it, come with me. I
Okay.
don't care.
I'll come if you want me to, or I mean, I don't know where Saturday is. Do they want me knowing where he is? If you go by yourself, will you be all right?
If I go by myself, will I know that you're not following me? How do I know you
Probably
go
not.
back to the coterie anyway? Just come with me.
Okay.
What am I going to do? Chain you to a lamppost? Just, yeah. You wait outside, don't follow me up, and you'll know roughly what area. And then we'll
Okay.
just tell Cass it. Dump, yeah. There wasn't anyone else talking to me, was there, that you could...
I didn't see anyone. No, just me.
No. Malkavian thing, I guess. All right.
Okay. So, you head off, keep walking, get to Saturday's kind of flat apartment block flat thing. Head inside. Walk up to his door where he is. I assume you want to knock?
Yes.
So, am I downstairs or am I?
You-
Yeah, I'll have left you at the entrance if you...
It would be down to you, but the last time you walked into a block of flats like this, you got a gun pointed at you and you murdered 2 people, so...
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand outside, kind of lean against the wall, and just chill.
Just whistling, like...
Basically, yeah. I'm content. I'm a little worried about Marlowe, but if as long as he isn't gone for too long, I'm assuming he'll be all right.
That's just my peep down the stairs to see if she's following,
She is not.
which apparently I roll amazing when I'm stressed.
Yeah. Well, it was a rough conversation.
That's 9. I'm incredibly paranoid right now. Marlowe is not happy.
It's 7. Yeah, 7.
Yeah, I don't know where I got 9 from. That's how paranoid Marlowe is.
Marlowe thinks he's so paranoid, he thinks he's more paranoid.
Did
than
you
he is
see those 2
paranoid.
extra 10s? Oh my god.
But Saturday comes and opens the door with kind of like, still like, ever since you've first seen him and kind of met him, I guess, he's had like this kind of fairly sad aura and etc. It's still there, but it's a little less pronounced, is the best way I can put it. He says, Mac.
Marlowe, if you don't mind, but Saturday.
Your accent is,
Oh,
are you,
English.
Sorry, maybe I got to the wrong person.
No, it's me. Had a change of perspective.
Okay.
Let's just put it down to Malkavian bollocks.
Okay,
Now.
Okay.
Yes. I need you to come to the pet shop.
Okay.
We're having a chat. It involves the blessed and imminent doom. So, if you don't mind getting shaking a tail feather.
Of course, if it is something serious, I will be along. Do
Yeah.
you want me to come with you, or just want me to come around in an hour or so?
You could come with. Are you Lusombra?
The Sombra? No.
I say that under my breath, very like. Is that shadowy thing, Lusombra? I'm trying to learn.
No, I'm not.
No. All right. Okay. Sorry. I'm just trying to piece things together in here.
Oh, it's fine.
Right. Okay. It's to do with shadowy stuff, but
Okay.
meet us there in 10 minutes, or just wait 10 minutes and then head over. We'll,
Okay.
try and pretend we're not.
I will get my things together, and I will.
Yeah, and be sneaky about it, I guess.
Okay.
See you in a bit.
He closes the door. You wanna head down and wait for him?
Yeah,
or...
I head down to Nahari and be like, she's not in the Sombra. Sorry. You'll meet us back there. 10 minutes. We'll get a move on.
Okay.
I'd rather not. Some situations it's best not to all travel together because he's maybe not a known face around here, so. And he's more sneaky than I am.
Okay.
Maybe not
Sure.
than you.
I'm pretty sneaky.
Yeah, that's a competition for another day.
All
right.
A sneak off.
A sneak off, yeah. You are definitely more sneaky than Chrys. As far as Marlowe knows, because he's not seen her crits. He's only seen her kick a bottle.
True.
Yeah. If I seem... It's fine. Let's go.
You sure you're all right?
No. That's my thing,
Not being all right?
I think. I'm not sure yet. I'm trying to figure that out. But, yeah.
Well, tell me if I can help you in any way, okay?
Maybe I need some weed, but we'll cross that, further down the line. Maybe that would help. But yeah, another time.
It
All
does
right.
take the edge off.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you head back to the salon. Probably get there a little bit before Cassius and Chrys.
Marlowe's checking in every alley as he walks past along the way, like, you there? You there?
You looking for your sire?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just like,
just kind
where
of-
are you?
Watching him like,
He seems pretty paranoid.
Yeah.
After you've been there for about 5, maybe 10 minutes, Saturday's kind of walks down the stairs, walks in and says, I haven't been here for a while. Do you mind if I go to my room for a bit until you'll need me?
Sure, mate. This is Nahari.
Oh,
Hey.
hello. It's a pleasure to meet you.
You too.
Yeah, maybe we'll go over the tale when everyone's here.
Okay.
Also from Blessed, sort of.
Not by choice.
Yeah, I saw you there, but you never saw me. And I'm not with them anymore.
It's good for you.
Same for you.
And then he just like wanders into his room, closes the door.
I go into my room that I
Are
chose.
using, yeah.
And grab the book that Cassius gave me, and then come back out and just sit on a couch and start kind of like.
Is that Sarani's Fables?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just kind of starting to try to decipher what it's all about a little bit.
Yeah, Cassius. Sarani's Fables is the one that's in Arabic?
Arabic,
Or
yeah.
Egyptian, I can't remember.
Arabic, as far as I
Arabic,
understand.
okay, yeah.
I mean, Chrys and I there yet?
Yes, after a little while with Nahari reading and Marlowe probably looking in every shadow for his sire and be like just lifting up a cushion and being like looking seeing if he's in there.
He's going to ask a few questions about the book, just as to what the story is,
Okay.
for the pure reason that he's wondering if there's some metaphorical significance. But yeah, that's all.
I need to find my Sarani's Fables details. Josh, do you have that?
I don't think I do.
I can't remember if I sent it to you. Oh god, it could.
No, I don't think I do.
This is when you know you have too many notes. When you're like, I have notes on a Arabic Fables book somewhere in these folders, and I'm not sure where they are. Oh, where is Sarani's Fables? Oh god, it's gonna take me too long to try and find these damn things.
It's fine.
Yeah, I can just be like leafing through them, and
Yeah.
and we can save it for like next episode or something.
Very very basically, it's a collection of short stories about different animals, and it's got some similarities to other fables and stories. There is the scorpion and the toad, which I think pretty much everyone knows that story. And it has something very similar to the lion and the mouse, except for it's a cat and a mouse. It's a cat and a lion. And instead of the lion like making friends with the mouse because it pulls out the thing from its paw, the cat actually like tricks the lion into becoming friends with it. It's slightly more insidious and yeah. So, a few details. And obviously, Nahari, you see the obvious allusions to the Hashen and the details of how and where to find them kind of coded in there.
Yeah. This would have been handy to have. Interesting. I'm just kind of like leafing through it still.
But one thing I don't know if this has been like, I don't think this has been vocalized, so I don't know. I'd say specifically for Josh whether you've like chained the thoughts together of where you found this and what that means. Like I don't know if
Found it in the
Cassius...
Tremere library.
Yeah.
and the Tremenos knew where they were.
Yeah, okay. I don't think we'd vocalize that, so I didn't know if Cassius had that thought or not. You know.
Oh,
at
yeah.
any point.
I've had that thought, but like, I don't know how that helps me.
Yeah, no.
Because,
It's...
well, Cass is suspicious of that anyway, because that's bad news. Yay, magicians know magical assassins. Great.
You don't really want the Tremere and the Hashen working together.
Not really.
But then again, you don't really want anyone working together with anyone, because it usually spells bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unless they're working with you, maybe, sometimes.
Marlowe's questions regarding the story would have been largely like, so what does this symbolize? And what does this mean? And is this you? And which one of these characters is you?
The snake is me, Naga.
Oh.
Or like me. That's what I was named for.
All right. So what happens to the snake in the end of the story?
I don't know what happens to the snake.
I'm sorry for asking, but it's just what he would ask.
Well,
I'm asking PG. I mean, Sheepy. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
No. Oh, it happens. In the story, the snake basically just keeps eating, and it gets bloated and it gets fat and it's like a non-stop. Like every time it eats, it just wants to eat more.
Very hungry Nahari pillar.
Until it's so like overweighed by all the food it's eaten and it's so lethargic that it just gets picked up by an eagle and consumed, and then
Right.
So my take on this is they're talking about eating vampires, not humans, which I'm wary of because the one time I did it, it was amazing. Like the most incredible high I've ever experienced in my life. And these powers, although a little irritating at times, are mostly very useful.
Yeah,
And
that's tempting.
Yeah.
Like Mario. Eat an order. Yeah.
It is also at the same time a fable, so it talks about the dangers of greed and basically how one time you let your guard down, you just end up being consumed by your greed.
I feel like the book is trying to point to the dangers of that, but it's good to know that you've found yourself a hobby.
Well, I don't plan to do it again, mostly because how good it felt scared me, if I'm honest.
I know someone else that's once upon a time done that, but...
Oh, really?
Cassius and Chrys walk in down the stairs.
And that's a conversation for another time.
Chrys has a
morning.
big like cotton scarf that kind of goes all around her face and then tails off.
All right, Chrys.
I never managed to get a message to Talia, so I guess that I'll have to wait for another night. But is Saturday here?
Is Chrys joining the Hashen?
Yep.
What's with the...
It's really cold outside.
Really?
It started to snow, haven't you realised?
But you don't
notice
feel the
this stuff.
cold?
It's aesthetics.
Aesthetics.
Kind of hard to understand you through that, you know? I'm just like sitting on the couch with the book in my lap, kind of like looking at her a little confused.
Yeah.
I'll talk louder then.
And Saturday walks out, nods at Cassius, looks a little vaguely at Chrys, and then sits down.
Okay, well, Hey, Sat.
Hello?
We're all here because we want to do something about the Blessed. I have never liked them. I'm going to be perfectly honest. So I don't really mind bringing force to them. But if we can find a slightly more subtle way to stop them from, at the very least, attacking us, that would be great. So, Nahari, Saturday, we're going to need to know what you know.
I
So we
have
can do
an
something about
idea of how we
Sure.
could
Yeah.
get rid of the Blessed.
Huh?
We could procure and plant a bomb in the building and then blow it.
Subtle.
There are a lot of people in that building at all times. I feel like
It is the simplest
there
answer
has
to
to
the
be
problem.
another way. There has to be another way. I mean,
I'm
if there
sure-
is no other way, we can consider it, but there has to be a better way.
I'm sure there are many other ways to do it, yes, but all are more dangerous and put ourselves at risk. This way is the best way to do it.
Could you do it when they're closed and full of vampires only?
There's no guarantee that there would only be vampires in there. If we want to get
I
as
don't
many as
think that ever
possible,
happens.
we must do it with people in there as well.
Right, well, that's wonderful.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Does anyone here have a way of making or getting a bomb big enough to explode a building like the puzzle box?
How's about we don't entertain the idea of blowing up a building for the sake of our conveniences for
Why
the
not?
people? What?
Why not?
I don't know, just the tragic loss of life.
Okay.
I don't want to kill someone unless there's no other choice.
Sounds
I've
like
been
there
in
is
that
no other
situation
choice.
too many times. I mean, what about Talia? I mean, I
She
came
might
to
know
you.
how to procure a bomb. It would be a good way to go.
No,
Why?
what about
Why with all the bombs Saturday?
Yeah, why do you want to blow them up so badly?
I have no particular interest in blowing them up specifically, but if we're going to make a strike, then we should do it as efficiently as quickly as possible.
It is relatively decisive if we time it right.
The loss of life is merely human, and a few kindred who are our enemies.
Yeah. Just,
I'm
I
sorry,
think that's probably a line that we're not willing to cross, is despite the fact that these humans are stupid enough to step into whatever traps that the Blessed have left for them. I don't want to see them die.
I'm sorry, I may have misunderstood. I assumed that this meeting was under the assumption that our lives are more important than other people's.
Our lives are more important to us than the kindred of the Blessed.
But not as humans. Many of whom follow willingly and know what they're getting into. What is
They know
the
what they're getting
distinction?
into.
Oh, yes.
They definitely do not all know what they're getting into.
The majority do, in one way or another.
There's got to be something between doing nothing and bomb. Like, it's a big leap
Yeah.
from, like, what about the slightly more risky options, but less monstrous?
Well, I feel like the other options would be a strike on the Blessed, which would mean going in guns blazing and killing more humans personally with your hands and teeth.
Maybe there's a way to lure them out.
I believe you were there longer than me, yes?
Yes.
In this case, you know that this is not really an option.
Why?
Only the agents ever go out. The rest may not even be there.
Which is why a bomb wouldn't be a great solution. I mean,
A bomb would destabilize their position and they would be forced to leave.
so would taking out some of their agents. The more agents we take out, the less muscle they have. But Bathsheba may not even be there, and she is the leader. So if she's still alive after we blow up that building, you don't think that she's gonna bring more blessed into the city to come after us?
I do not think that she will.
Why? Have you actually met her? Do you know what she looks like?
No, I have not met her. I have met her second. She is the one who picked me up in the street for the
Cersei?
Yes, I met Cersei. If you
Yeah.
get rid of the hand, then the rest cannot function without a leader. So either Bathsheba will come here herself, or they will just leave and will not come back. Which is why I think making sure to get rid of all of them at the same time is the best course of action. I'm not pushing for this, but if you want my opinion, the loss of life is minimal compared to what we can gain with the action.
What about something more selective, like a garlic bomb? That wasn't... Is there something like... I know, how's about the elder vampires all, like, burst into flames? How about we do that to them?
Well, we
Do
don't
you
know how that happened.
Yeah, well, we figure that out, and then...
I mean, do you, Nahari or Saturday, know that whether they feed exclusively on the people that go to the puzzle box?
No. I mean, the people I worked with were like me. We fed out of convenience. Just people in the street are people that bought drugs from us. Whoever, really.
They did also, like, when you were on job, like, on task, they did have a tendency to let you feed in the club and in the lounge area. So.
I mean, I'm sure they do feed there, but not always. It's not their only method. I probably spent more time away and feeding elsewhere than they did.
When I was there for the small amounts of time I was, they fed me, and from what I could tell, they seemed to feed inside, yes.
Chrys?
Uh-huh.
Call Vassia.
Or...
I mean, or bomb.
maybe Carrie and know what Bathsheba looks like. Where she is.
There's got to be a better way.
There's no point in hanging on to a favor if it's going to get us something that we know. And if they're as good as their word, then if they don't know, then we still are owed something.
Sure, but... I mean, sure. I mean, cash it in.
I mean, Vassia pulled support from the Blessed, but
Cassius,
I don't think...
your phone goes off. Text message. Yeah, boom! You're all dead. It was a garlic bomb.
Tasty. We're all getting very hungry.
Yeah, your phone goes off. It's a text from P. Williker.
P. Williker. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, I read it.
Visitor has come to visit you, asked to see you, specifically called Charles Dawn.
Does anyone know a Charles Dawn?
No.
Do I know a Charles Dawn?
No.
Not that I know.
No.
How many times until... I mean, it's very nice to meet you, Nahari, but sooner or later someone that's coming there is going to try and kill us. Maybe it's just another person that can join our coterie. Let's go.
Well,
I'm sorry for the sarcasm. That was, but I don't know
At
what's
least you
going
went
on.
there and not here first.
We'll keep the bomb idea as Plan C.
What's
And
this plan
Vashi is
B?
plan N.
Okay, fine.
For no?
Plan A is
No.
ask what I should have done this evening, which is ask Talia, and I'm doing this while I'm getting ready to go. We'll ask Talia and we'll ask Carrion. Which will, the more people we talk to, the less time we have to enact our plan, and the more likely we are to get attacked.
Would you like me to go and scope out the territory of the Blessed and see what recon I can do?
Are you certain you won't get nabbed again?
I cannot promise anything, but I should be able to at least go in there without being in too much danger.
I don't doubt your abilities, but you're what they want. You're one of the reasons that they would attack us directly. So I'm not willing to risk having you close enough to them to do something about it.
That is not a problem if I'm not me. Correct?
How can you be not
Me?
you?
1 second.
Are you... Can you turn
there we
into
go.
other people?
Oh, he gets hungrier.
Hungry night for everyone.
And he moves his hand across his face, and then as his hand goes past, you see another face there, which is just kind of so British and bland and uninteresting that if you walked past him, you'd be like, "What? Whatever." You know.
Oh.
I'm not so good at the accents, but I can just not talk too much. I should just be wandering around some everyday British man coming back from the pub or something.
Okay, then. Do you want someone to go with you?
I work best alone.
All right. Do
I
not be
assume-
afraid to cause a scene in aid of your escape. We're willing to clear up to make sure that they don't get you.
I'll keep that in mind. Usually the messes I made get cleaned up.
I assume
Okay.
Marlowe can still see him because Allspex pierces Mask of a Thousand Faces.
Does it
But
actually?
it's up. It does in the book. It's pierced by Allspex 1, Sense the Unseen, Mask of a Thousand Faces.
Where does it say that?
I think
At
it's
the end of the
contested.
description.
Oh yeah. Sense the unseen compares to power as usual. Yep.
I don't want to like. This isn't to show off. This is to be more like. That's not 100% foolproof, mate. So
No, it
Be
is
careful.
not. But with my other abilities, it should be fine.
right. Well, just yeah. Watch out for Malkavians, I guess. They're probably busy anyway.
Right. I have to go to see who the fuck Charles Dawn is.
Yeah. Do you want?
I can come with you, but I'm gonna have to keep this on for no reason.
Sure.
It's.
I send a reply to Williker just saying, be there in 5.
I'll come as well. If you'll have me.
Sure.
I'll catch up with you.
Right? What? Okay.
So, you head off to the office? Chrys, Nahari, and Cassius? Only takes like 5 minutes to get there.
For reference, Marlowe, sorry, is going right behind, looking for someone that's following Chrys.
As in someone you know is following Chrys, or looking to
He's
see
just going to
if-
look to see if she's tailed by anyone.
No, she doesn't have a tail this time. She's snout.
Haha. Touche. But he would be there like 2 minutes after them. But
Okay.
he's just going to follow just behind, basically just scouting to see if he sees anyone following her, because he'd quite like to just be like, hey, are you with Vassia?
Sure. Wits awareness, please.
I've rolled 20's just disappeared on me.
Okay.
Just closed it. Oh, it's okay. I've just opened it.
Oh.
So, sorry, was it wits awareness?
Mhm.
I will do one reroll because.
Okay.
Nope, I will spell it wrong. Hey, that's a crit now.
Wow.
3, 4, 5, 7.
You do not notice anyone following her. With that roll, you can be pretty sure that if there was someone there, you would have.
Okay. Somewhat disappointed. I'll arrive 2 minutes later and I'll BRB while I'm catching up with the group.
Okay. As you walk in, you kind of walk through the doors. Instead of someone sitting on the bench waiting for you, there is someone at the desk faced away from you. They seem to be wearing like dark black jeans, a kind of leather bomber jacket. He spins round. Good evening. I'm so glad you came to heed my call. Sorry, I don't think we've been officially introduced, but I know that you are Mr. Banks.
I am indeed.
Nathan Fortuna, a pleasure to meet you. All three of you, in fact.
That's interesting. Who then is Charles Dawn?
One of my nom de guerres. I use it sometimes when I'm trying to go incognito. I hope you don't mind the facade.
If it keeps you safe. What would you like to talk to us about tonight?
I've realised I have been remiss in my duties and I have not introduced myself even though we're neighbours. I thought I'd come here to correct that fact.
Well, it is very, very nice to meet you. I've, did he go to the meeting? So I have seen him once.
Yes. He has a fairly large like bomber jacket, leather. As I said, like dark black jeans, and then he's got like eyeliner, kind of quite dark around his eyes, and yeah, a few piercings in his ears. Nothing too obtuse.
Mm-hmm. Great. Well, I would really appreciate an explanation of your boundaries. Obviously, if we do cross over into your territory, we'd love for you to know about it.
Sounds wonderful. Would you like to move somewhere more private and discuss, or
Yeah,
are we
have a
safe
back
talking?
room.
Okay. Jolly good. Please, lead the way.
Yeah, I lead him in. I give him the fancy seat, and then I'm like, so, this is our little Memorie crew. We have Chrys, Marlowe, and Samara.
Not that little from what I hear. You've been managing to gather quite a few people to your cause.
I like to think that we treat people quite well, and in turn they respect us for that.
I've heard nothing but good things.
And how about your cause?
Keeping humans safe wherever I go. It's the main reason I took control, and I now sit over the area I do.
Very well. Like I said, just to make sure that things are peaceful between us, I'm assuming that is what you want.
Of course.
Perfect. Could I know where and where not to go?
Well, we appear to border each other all the way up to the bridge now.
Interesting.
But I understand if you're moving through my territory, not stopping by, not doing anything inside, you don't even have to contact me and let me know. I am now quite literally the heart of Weirgate, so anyone can come through. If they need to stop, if they need to feed, if they need to do something within, let me know and I will extend my hospitality.
I think that's fair enough. Can I ask where the opposite side of that border is?
That
Think-
would be the other bridge. From bridge to bridge doth I reside.
Interesting. So the Carrion,
Operates
Elysium?
within my boundaries. Both of them.
you've made agreements with them?
Technically speaking, I do not hold domain over their territories. I merely slide around the edges.
Very well.
I'm not looking to enforce myself on people.
That's fair enough. You saw an opportunity, I'm sure. Okay.
Oh, purely because I know that you used to visit there quite a lot, I have also taken domain of hell, of the Oasis and surrounds.
Okay.
Just seemed easiest. We all got together, myself, Calig, Talia, and Kale, and had a little chat, and they all agreed that it would be best for me to take it over.
Well,
What did they give up?
Give up?
Yeah, well, they
Sorry,
seem like-
you're Mr. Marlowe?
Mr. Marlowe, yeah. Oh, it's just, pardon me saying, but they all seem like greedy little munchkins. I'm sure they wanted something out of it.
I couldn't possibly understand what you're talking about.
I see.
So they
Calig,
just-
Talia, and Kale are all wonderful people who only have the best intentions for the city, as I'm sure you all know.
Did they tell you that? That they had the best of intentions for the city?
Sorry, you're Samira?
Sahira.
Sahira, apologies. And have you been in the city long?
A while.
I'm sorry, what was your question?
Talia and the others, they were okay with you just taking over this area, and they told you they had the best intentions for the city?
Well, I didn't take the area. We got together and came to an accord between us four. Obviously. And my assertion that they only want the best for the city is similar to my assertions that you only want the best for the city. Which is, I can't imagine it any other way. Don't you think?
Well, this is a really neighborly thing to do of you, Nathan.
It should have been done so much earlier, and I apologize, I haven't managed to get round to it. It's so
Same
busy.
here. No, we're both at fault here. That's and Are there any special requests? Anything you need from us out of Flintbridge?
No, not that I can think of. You seem to be doing a wonderful job. Couple of muggings that maybe went a little bit wrong, but no judgment there. You know, we are all almost human. And I don't attach blame to such things.
If I may ask,
Sure.
how good are your eyes and ears on the street, so to speak?
I've never left my eyes and ears on the street.
Good. Wouldn't want them getting dirty. If anyone's home was broken into, would you know about it?
Maybe. Generally, when I take an interest, I find things out. Depends how interested I am. Are you thinking of breaking into someone's house?
Cass, do you think you'd be interested?
Are we talking about a continuation of the
Haven't had a
conversation
Chinese
from earlier?
takeaway in ages.
Sorry?
Step outside with me.
Ooh, intrigue. Wonderful.
Yeah,
We
political
apparently
drama.
might have an
We'll be back in a
opportunity.
moment.
Not a problem.
Sorry.
I'll amuse myself with the ladies. One of them appears to be wearing a scarf. How wonderful.
Marlowe. What?
Cass. Someone broke into the Hashen's territory, which is in his territory. Do you think he might know about it?
Oh. Right.
Maybe we could play it as if, oh, you don't know that this happened in your territory. Oh, I don't know how cool you really are. And he'll get all, I don't know. Do you want me to take lead on this one? You seem kind
please.
of, yeah, right. You don't worry.
Question. How rattled are you, Cass, with this meeting? I'm just curious as to how it's affected you.
I'm trying to figure out exactly what he's heard from Tess, and I'm fairly certain she's been keeping pretty stum about her meeting with him
hasn't
initially
spoken about
and the
meeting
texts.
at all. Yeah, she hasn't spoken
So
about
Cass
it at all.
doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
He's just like, all right, dude's a bit weird, but whatever, that's normal.
Okay.
Chrys is only not talking because she has a snout, and it's probably best that everyone else doesn't know that.
Yeah. So what do you ladies do? Let me guess. Public relations, pointing at Nahari. And hospitality, pointing at Chrys.
What
You're
exactly
right.
do you do?
I run my domain.
What does that exactly entail?
Means I keep the peace. I keep everyone safe. I keep everyone happy. And I make sure no one steps out of line. It's always so terrible when someone goes against the rules of a domain. Betrayal is... ugh, so dirty. Don't you think?
Sure. Of course it is. I don't know what to think about this guy. Did I know of him before?
I mean, you'd
No.
heard the name, but
Yeah.
he's been fairly low-key in general.
Do I know that his area of the city is where the Hashem were?
So it's not, It's the best
It's
way.
on the edge of it, but
It's-
Marlowe's prepared to lie to him, just as a clarification for the viewers.
Yeah. It's the Hashen is technically within Chaos territory, but that's now inside the Old Gods territory. So. And yeah, because it wasn't a very long conversation, Cassius and Marlowe come back in.
Right. We'll get that Chinese later, Cass. Mr. Fortuna,
Yes.
I have heard of a juicy bit of gossip. I thought you might be interested.
Gossip's not really my thing, but sure.
Well, I don't know if it may have broken one of your rules, but there was a break-in.
Right.
Perhaps on the edge of your territory, perhaps not. The specifics of the location are somewhat hazy. Some people were killed. Kindred, even.
Okay.
I don't suppose you would have seen anyone up to any naughty business recently?
Practically every day. I run clubs and bars, Mr. Marlowe.
Murder. More than clubs and bars.
I haven't seen any murder for, like a week.
Good to know. Right, so, southeast side of your territory anyway. If anything had happened a couple of nights ago that raised an eyebrow,
Haven't
Perhaps-
heard of it, but I could look into it.
if you would be so obliged, it would be very neighbourly of you.
I can't promise it's going to take my highest priority. Kindred dying is not particularly interesting.
Well, how about if the people doing so were looking to take more than what they currently had, which will eventually involve you and us, I suspect. I'm nervously looking at Cass at this point, like, am I going too far?
Well, in that case, I would ask you who they are, how you know, what proof you have, and why I should trust you over them.
Very good questions.
For just in theory. Also, what am I going to get for it?
Very good questions, Cass.
They are very good questions, and I'll be honest, not ones I think we can answer.
Mr. Banks, I have one question for you, and it's a pretty important one.
Oh, well, if it's important.
Is Cass short for Cassidy?
No.
Oh, shame, that's a pretty name.
If it was, would you prefer that?
I can live with it not being, but I think I would prefer it, yeah.
Interesting. Who were you hoping was called Cassidy?
You. I thought Cass was short for Cassidy.
Well, my name is Cassius.
Cassius. Oh, okay. I guess the only other option would be Cassio. And
Yes, and I'm not very good at keeping time.
me neither.
Well,
Well,
this is nice.
you have been a very gracious guest. My apologies. Yeah, I suppose. Obviously, there's unlikely to be a reason for you to go through our territory, but we are always open to talk.
Sounds wonderful. And this task you wish of me, if as the leader, Mr. Banks, you're willing to impart a favor, I'm willing to look into it for you if you like.
Marlowe, did you want something slightly more specific looked into?
With respect, any requests and favors should be agreed between leaders of both sides.
It's interesting that you think I'm the leader.
They have all been deferring to you this entire meeting.
You know what?
You are
I
either
hadn't
leader
noticed.
in actuality or in mentality. Regardless.
It's an interesting perspective. I am willing to trade in boons, but in this instance, I think we probably have other avenues, and I wouldn't want to trouble you too much.
No problem.
Sorry, Marlowe.
A boon is a horrible thing to waste, and very dangerous to give to people if you're not sure what is going to be asked. So I understand perfectly. For
Good choice.
example, I used my last boon to get the Oasis.
Well, I hope you enjoy it.
Already have. It has a lovely rooftop.
I never went up there.
Not many people do.
I was always distracted.
Yeah, I can see that.
Hmm.
Also, you
You
don't
have-
seem like the type of person to enjoy looking down on people.
No, but you enjoy that rooftop. I'm sure
Thank
you can
you.
see a lot from up there.
Oh. If there's nothing else we need to discuss currently, I do not want to waste any more of your time.
I don't think there are any problems that will arise from us being neighbours.
No.
I think we can be quite fruitful.
If I may ask a question, though, glorious leader. What's the he he does smile at Cass as he says that. What's the word on the street as to what happened to the former owner of the Oasis? If you've taken it over, that is. I assume she sold it to you.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. Who cares? She's
Well.
probably dead in a ditch somewhere.
Aren't we all? All right.
No,
Pleasure.
we're not.
I don't know if this is too forward, but can I ask what clan you hail from?
Sure.
What clan do you hail from?
I happen to be from the esteemed Toreadors.
From your look and your taste, that makes
Please.
a lot of sense.
Cassius, you haven't tasted me yet. That's a bit forward.
Well, you got me there. Have a nice night, Mr. Fortuna.
Have a wonderful night, all four of you. It was a pleasure to meet. And he gets up, bows, and leaves.
Yeah, I get up and nod my head.
So that guy seems a little bit out there.
Yeah.
Our new neighbor has an interesting persona.
Did
Yeah.
I misunderstand, or did he basically say he worked out a deal with Talia that didn't cost him anything?
Cashed in a favour by the sounds of it.
Yeah,
If it was with Talia.
he's clearly
could have
done
been with-
something for either Kalog or Talia that
Yeah.
meant that
I
he could
wonder what-
ask for whatever it was the Oasis accounted for.
Yeah, I wonder what the little piggy was up to.
And Chrys just be sort of checking that he's actually left the building.
You just want to go down and see if he's left?
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably
He's gone.
All the dark stuff.
If you had a couple of pints, Cass, you'd be all right as a leader.
Ugh.
Cass is the leader.
Bit of liquid courage, and I agree with the choice anyway. Don't give that guy anything favor-wise.
Yeah, it was a nice try.
Yeah, I thought
But
his
either
ego
he does
might
know
give in.
something and he wants something out of us first. And from someone I don't know that well, I prefer not to. Or he doesn't know and he'll take us for a ride.
Yeah. I mean, it's either the old guard, Kale, or his territory that whoever's gone out of there's gone through, unless they went right around the edge. But I don't know, might be worth asking the others if we're trying to figure out.
If they asked permission, they might have just snuck, right?
Side note, Bomb
Oh God.
forgot to tell me that your Saturday's a fucking terrorist.
It's a good idea. I'm not going to deny that it is a good idea.
In what world is blowing up a problem a good idea?
The one where it stops existing after you do it.
Mining.
Doesn't it create a whole lot of new problems in a giant explosion? And
Not
dead
for
people.
us.
Well, yeah, if like someone properly investigates and then it comes back to us, or it gets in the news and then
Do our job properly beforehand. Look, I'm not saying we should attempt that now. But he's not wrong.
there are other options.
There
There
are.
are lots of
which
other
is-
options. And my line recently has moved up a little bit. I'm not particularly bothered now by weed or, I don't know, kids going for a piss on someone's doorstep. I don't care. I've got chickens. But Bomb, way above what I'm willing to.
Okay, I'm
Right.
not trying to force anyone to blow up a building.
Good.
Good.
He was.
Well,
No, he wasn't. He was just
He submitted it as an idea.
submitting ideas. He's
Quite insistent on
Seems
it.
pretty certain
No,
that
he
that
was-
was the only way to go.
No,
And
he
with
said there's
Nahari
other
on this.
ways. It's just this is the safest way
it's
for him.
it
but,
might
like,
be that his personal experiences clouding his judgment a little bit, but you know,
I'm just not sure that aside from the potential loss of life, the likelihood of loss of life, that it wouldn't bring more bless down on us. Bathsheba probably isn't there. She probably won't be damaged by this and could easily call in your reinforcements. And then we'd show our hand.
it's so difficult to get in and out of the city. Smuggling an entire army's worth of blessed in here isn't going to be easy.
unless they turn more people from, like that's what they did with you, right, Nahari?
If
Yeah.
they turn more people, that is going to piss off a lot of other factions around here.
We didn't really outline that at the meeting though.
You would probably all know enough to know that if someone started mass turnings,
Yeah.
then
Be very
The
bad.
rem-
It'd be very masquerade-y, but
well, it's not just masquerade-y, it's very much, hey, we're gonna build an army to attack
Yeah.
everyone else.
everyone would be pissed, but we
Yeah.
didn't say not to turn people, where obviously Camarilla tenants where you have to get your permission and everything, so
Oh yeah, we don't have to abide by the rules, but
Turning currently is like something you can do, but within, the masquerade is still a thing. You all agreed to uphold it at the meeting. Incidentally, Cassius, waiting for you at the desk will be 2 tickets to a play that's happening in about 3 days. Just FYI.
Oh,
So your date's coming up.
okay.
Right. So, Any other thoughts other than bombs are kind of less than preferable, but not that bad?
Well, one thought. How closely do you think our friend Mr. Fortuna is with the blessed?
I don't know. I've heard the name before, but I'd never met him. I'd never really heard them talk about him much. Just literally heard the name in passing. The fact that he was owed favors by Talia and others makes me very uncomfortable. I think he may be not letting, or he may be hiding more than what he seems. I definitely don't trust him. I definitely wouldn't trust Talia either, but we know for a fact that she would not be happy with the blessed and that the blessed are not happy with her. That's pretty much the only clear thing at the moment.
We need some friends, some proper ones. If he's not. Anyone that says everyone in the city is out for being la-di-da, like, you can't trust someone like that. He's not honest like Clay was, at least. We need a proper, reliable friend or two, you know?
Yeah, it would be good to have a friend, wouldn't it?
What about the Wilds?
I could ask them. Hell is adjacent to the blessed, right?
I also just clicked something, but I don't know if Chrys would. It's
Chrys
about like
would
the
have clicked.
territory
Chrys.
space. I will fight you.
Oh, sorry. If you're talking about was, then Chrys did click that.
Where the territories were, yeah.
No. When Marlowe said Clay was.
Oh, right. Yeah, I think
Like, you don't have to do anything with it currently, but you would
it
definitely
keeps making
have...
allusions to Clay, and she's
Yeah.
a bit like, this
Yeah.
is odd, and he keeps pointing it out, but it's not like the current problem.
No.
And I just clicked about territories, but I don't know if Chrys would, so can I roll something for it?
Sure, yeah. I don't know what it is you clicked.
It's that Talia's territory does not abut where the blessed was. There's Calig in between and Hell in between.
Yeah.
So I'm clicking like, if they're interfering and abutting almost, then the territories are different from what we think, especially with Nathan extending. Or am I misunderstanding?
There were areas that were free range, basically, around where Dreg was and etc. Which meant that anyone could set up there. And for example, if they have drug dealers, then they could be hanging there. Now it's harder to do because the blessed have kind of pushed in. So yeah, and
it's not like territory boundaries. It's more like just drug dealing boundaries.
yeah.
Okay, that's fine then. Carry on, everyone. What's the matter?
Well,
So,
unless you guys want to go on a bit longer to discuss anything, I was actually gonna.
I've only got like 2 more sentences just to throw at Chrys. All right, so the blessed are maybe not that reliable. Are you sure? I'm not saying we have to go on our knees, but...
Well, like, he pulled a support from them. It doesn't mean he will give us support against them.
Might give you a bit of parenting. I got some parenting earlier. It was great. You might do better.
Well, he just...
Guy's
I
dead.
doubt it.
Yeah, he is.
Is Sire, he cares about you? Will help you?
He already helped one time. And he used that... It pointed it out, and it was very annoying.
Put teddy bears in a room.
That was a different event.
There's also
So
unicorn.
is he
I
like
think.
your dad? Like a human dad?
He is not like my human dad.
But he cares about you, and he gave you a teddy bear.
A
There was
room
at
of teddy
least
bears, pink
A
ones.
room of teddy bears.
The point is that we're not asking for help unless it's the end times.
We are being faced with the option of bombing people. I'm not
We're
trying to push you into
we're not
something.
being faced with the option of bombing. There's no bombing happening.
Thank you for finally saying
Okay.
that. Thank you.
Considering we are now at this point going in the circle,
Yeah.
I will say
Yeah.
that we fade out on the coterie arguing about bombings.
Yeah, I assume this goes in a circle like
Yeah,
another 5 times,
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
like, but
No.
what about the bomb?
What about the bombing?
Oh no.
So, yes, let's close off there. That was a really nice episode. Thank you guys. And before we sign off and say goodbye to YouTube and then Twitch in the traditional ways, let's go around and see what everyone thought. We'll start off with Marlowe and also Hydra.
Start with the easy stuff.
Yeah.
Marlowe was a bit like, Cass, why aren't you poo-pooing this bombing idea? Like, I know Saturday's your friend, but you're like, well, bombs are kind of cool.
Well, I mean, it was... From Saturday's perspective, it wasn't like you should do this. It's like, this is the most efficient way kind of thing.
Yeah, I get if you don't have attachment to humans or whatnot, or there's a remorse, then it's a particularly smart thing to do, sure. But Marlowe was also like, but lives,
Yeah,
which seemed to just be kind of lost.
Yeah, it's kind of a clashing of perspectives whereby Saturday... I think it's obvious at this point Saturday has a very different perspective of things than some of you.
So that became apparent. So that was fun. Marlowe's also very tormented about why turning him would upset the system, and even kind of annoyed that he might have been turned for someone else's purposes. That particularly is like going around in his head like...
Then again, he's probably also like, or is it all just me being crazy?
Well, yeah, there's also the option that he doesn't even exist, because he really wanted something to show him and be like,
Yeah.
what does this say? And then look at it and be like, oh, it does say that.
Which,
You are really able to interact with the world.
yeah, which is something that I find amusing as GM. The fact that I know whether he's real or etc., and it doesn't really matter too much in the like.
It's nice not knowing. I'm
yeah,
very happy that
it's
the character
fun.
has no idea and is deeply frustrated by that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that conversation was incredibly ambiguous, and he's sort of his thoughts afterwards are like, "You are just sent to torment me, demon." Like, it's like, why?
Yeah.
What have I done to deserve this? But that was great, and it was a nice session. I had the funsies,
Yeah.
and I'm sorry you had to put up with a somewhat disturbed Marlowe, Tessa, but
Oh no,
that
that
was
part was good.
that's him not being sure, really.
I just kind of like, I hope he's okay.
Yeah.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
Um,
But
He does
part
have
was
chickens
cool.
to deal with, though. Like, he's got...
that feels like the new kind of like, I've got a whole load of occult problems that I don't know how to deal with. Like, I've got chickens
Yeah.
to deal with.
Yeah, it's like anything that doesn't compare to a giant, like a person riding a giant chicken, is just small
Yeah.
legs, right? Like, that's not even a thing.
Bombs.
Bombs register,
yeah,
but aside
yeah.
from those two, but yeah, that was fun.
So yeah, Cassius and also Josh, did you enjoy
Hi.
meeting Nathan Fortuna for the first time?
I
Like,
did.
properly for the first time.
Yeah, he's a smarmy git, and I hate him. I think Cassius is bemused by this tiny little man. Like, clearly trying to get something out of us, but he really doesn't know what it is. So yeah, he's just got a weird neighbor now, so that's fun. Yeah, he's not really sure.
It's hard to nail him down, isn't it?
He's a bit of a squiggly one.
Yeah.
So yeah, Cass is mostly thinking about the blessed at the moment, and he's maybe gonna tie it into the fates of 2 other important people.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Depending
okay.
on the plan.
All right. That's it. And you got to
what?
you got to go hang out at the book hole.
The book hole was nice.
Yeah.
It's a shame that Cass likes books too much.
Yeah, I when you did the roll and I was like, well, that's a fail. I was like, I was thinking how to kind of wean that into the narrative, and I was like,
Yeah.
he would totally
perfect sense.
get distracted by talking about books too much, and then be like, oh, I have no time left. Oh crap, I'll take some, and then I'm gonna go.
All right, cool. Thanks. Bye.
Nahari and also Tessa.
I think Nahari mostly spent this episode trying to get to know the coterie members a little bit better,
Yeah.
and just kind of like she didn't want to volunteer too much because she wants to see which way they go with things. The whole bomb thing kind of freaked her out because she's very wary of the blessed, and she just thinks it's gonna open up a worse can of worms, and then we won't know what's coming because they won't have a base we can watch or anything. She's really wishing she had a laptop or something to try and drive by and hack in or something.
Nahari and Saturday are very different people.
Yeah, like she will kill when she has to, obviously, but she won't jump to mass murder immediately as the solution to things. Only when she's up against a wall will she kind of jump to the destructive path, because it seems, to be the only path left to her. So that made her very uncomfortable. And
how did you find meeting Nathan?
I do not know what to make of him, but I really don't trust him.
He could be like anyone just on the street, and he'd say 2 words to you. It's so hard to trust that guy. Like, it's just so sketchy.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't even want to say too much. Just what the heck is this guy on about? Like, what? I really don't trust him. It makes me extremely nervous that Talia owed him a favor. She doesn't give favors lightly, which means something serious was provided for her by him, and that just makes me even less trusting of him.
Who knows what's gone on while you guys haven't been looking?
Yeah.
Did he say that it was Talia he used a favor from? Because I thought he just said he used up a favor.
Yeah, he said he used up a favor.
So it wasn't necessarily her. It could have been Kale. It could have been Calig. It could have been Elysium. It could have been.
You see, this is someone who is used to sheepy GMing. Like, it's like.
Look, if you make assumptions, he's gonna come back and bite you later. So.
So yeah, no. I was gonna let you keep that assumption, but it wasn't necessarily Talia who.
Okay. I still don't trust him, but okay.
Don't trust him.
Speaking of not trusting Nathan, Chrys, and also Tash.
I thought we were talking about not trusting you.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, Chrys would have spoken more had she not had a Wolverine face today.
It was kind of lucky in a meta sense, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Like, I know we need to keep precious Chrys, who just got a stain
from Nathan. Yeah,
she got a stain from eating freaking rabbits, so she cannot be near Nathan. But Chrys doesn't know that.
Did Chrys get much of an inkling on Nathan at all, or is it just that could do?
She thinks he's just fishing for info, and he did like circumvent some questions for himself, but he seems sketchy, but everyone's sketchy, so it's not a surprise. Unfortunately, she could probably have a joke around with him if she was able to talk in front of people, so it's probably like Yeah, everyone's really suspicious today.
Mm.
Like Cass hiding his feeding habits. Like, why are you doing that? It's weird. Just tell people.
You realize you also gave away Chrys gave away the.
Oh
Okay,
I know.
I assumed it was on purpose, but
it was.
It was the thing that
Chris would do
didn't
that.
Yeah, she totally would. You read these stupid books.
She's had a. I say this every time. She has a hard night all the time.
Yeah,
She's had a hard time today.
But also, I find it hilarious that the person who at one point when we first started Sunkist had a literal tidal wave of books like behind her, who's like reading books all the time.
Oh, I love it.
Is playing a character who hates books and thinks they're dumb.
I know. She just gets so bored, and I'm like, please be interested.
That's interesting books.
Do you want to save my remorse roll for a sleep or for?
No. Let's go with the remorse. What I'll say is, even if you do fail your remorse roll, it will be a relatively easy one to regain your humanity on, because it's not like
It's just bunnies.
Yeah, the thing is I think there is remorse there. It's just thematically, and with what Chrys has gone through, I think at this point there is a possibility of her losing a little humanity, regainable, but just for a while it may color the things she does.
You guys ready?
Oh yeah.
Remorse dice. How many? Is it just one? Yeah, for the one stain.
Wait,
I wrote.
it should be. Give me a sec.
Should be like, what humanity are you on?
7, I think.
Many 7, yeah.
7. So it should be 2 if you only had one stain,
Yeah, you should be rolling.
because it's like the non-filled in ones.
Oh, I see what you've done. Okay, so
Have I ruined it? I ruined everything.
It's that, like that. If you look at your humanity.
Oh, yeah, okay.
you mark
I
it off.
ruined things.
So roll your rouse again. Sorry, roll
Remorse.
your remorse again, yeah.
It still just says remorse dice 1.
Put in 2. There you go.
Crit.
You don't care at all that you ate bunnies.
No,
Just
you
arguably
No,
worse.
feel
yes,
remorse.
yeah, you actually. Yeah,
Wait,
it
I'm
is.
like, wait.
You cry a bunch about murdering bunnies.
You
Thinks about her bunny pet that she had when she was 6.
you watch Watership Down and cry all night.
Oh no.
Oh.
Although I will say that is just a horrific film. Like,
Yep.
Yeah, it's messed up.
I
Why
watched
did you show
it as-
children that film?
I watched it as a kid, and it almost fucked me up more than The Dark Crystal. Which, you got like these child-sized puppets who are really cute, and then they get the life sucked out of them. Like as a kid, it's terrifying. Anyway, everyone on YouTube, thanks for watching. If you want to check out things from Josh and from Hydra in the RP verse, they are in the description. Also, the channels of everyone here is in the description. Go clickety-click and give them all follows and love and things like that, because they deserve it. And we will see you, unless we do a snack shot, which I'm not sure we're planning on, but you never know, because we're crazy like that. See you next time for more Sunkist.